war. On social media, President Trump writes the submarines are being repositioned just in case. The foolish and inflammatory statements are more than just that, adding words can lead to unintended consequences. At the White House, Jared Halpern, Fox News.
And the president says he's directed his team to fire Commissioner of the Bureau of Labor Statistics, Dr. Erica McAnderfer, after what he calls a major mistake. May and June job reports having to be revised downward by 258,000 jobs today. The July report shows just 73,000 jobs created. The president's mad as well at Federal Reserve Bank Chair Jerome Powell.
A jobs report missed today and recent months being downwardly revised have President Trump raging about interest rates. Jerome, too late Powell, a stubborn moron, all caps, must substantially lower interest rates. Now, if he continues to refuse, the board should assume control and do what everyone knows has to be done.
Fox's Peter Ducey at the White House. Jeffrey Epstein's sex trafficking accomplice is moved from federal prison in Florida to Texas.
No explanation was given for this transfer, though it comes just days after Ghilaine Maxwell spoke to Justice Department Attorney Todd Blanche. He said she answered all of his questions. Maxwell's been subpoenaed to testify before the House Oversight Committee, and while she said she'd do it only if she gets immunity or a pardon, that request was denied by the committee.
Fox's Jessica Rosenthal there. Elon Musk's car company Tesla is ordered to pay $329 million to victims of a deadly crash involving its autopilot driver assist technology. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
To get things arranged, mostly cloudy skies and 78 degrees on Monument Circle. I'm Jake McDaniel. Here's what's trending at 3:02. Indiana Governor Mike Braun announced today that new partnerships with federal immigration to help people in the U.S. unlawfully deport. Braun says the state is not a safe haven and will cooperate with federal enforcement agencies. Homeland Security signed an agreement with ICE, which lets state officers help with immigration enforcement tasks like making arrests. The Indiana Department of Correction will make up to 1,000 beds available at the Miami Correctional Facility for detainees. 3 people survived, but a girl did not. A fatal crash happened at the intersection of 2 roads in Hanover in mid-May. Dorothy Snell ran a red light and crashed into another vehicle. Her daughter was taken to a hospital, but she did not survive. Indiana State Police say Snell failed a sobriety test and that she did not put her daughter in a booster seat. Snell was taken to the Scott County Jail, where she faces several criminal charges. Dry and cooler weather has arrived in Indiana. John Herrick reports on rain chances.
The weekend is supposed to be dry, but then...
Yes, the rain chances begin to increase early next week, and really they'll stick around through much of next week as we start to get southerly surface flow returning and more humid conditions into next week.
Greg Mello with the National Weather Service in Indianapolis says even with those periodic rain chances, severe weather is not likely. John Herrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
The Indiana State Fair opened today, and lots of people are there for rides and food.
What is your favorite food at the State Fair?
Big fan of the Dairy Barn, as you can see, having a milkshake for breakfast. But probably the breakfast place down here, the beignets and tenderloins.
Ryan Hedrick reporting. A man named Drew says he comes through the gates. When he does, it's like he has 4 or 5 things he knows he's going to get. The fair runs through the 17th, and it is closed on Mondays. The Indiana Fever signed Australian forward Chloe Bibby to a contract for the rest of the WNBA season. Bibby joined the team on a 7-day contract last Friday and played 2 games. The Fever take on the Dallas Wings this evening, tip-off at 7:30. You're 1 minute away from traffic and weather. It's 3:04.
When your car is more than just a car, you need more than just a garage. Expert-level automotive service, customization, and care is available for you at GR Brands campus in Zionsville. Home to Graham Rahal Performance and Rahal Paint Protection. From routine maintenance to custom tuning and parts, paint protection film, window tint, and ceramic coating to full-scale custom builds, GR Brands is your all-in-one destination. GR Brands also offers a curated selection of rare supercars when you're ready to elevate your collection. If your passion rests on 2 wheels, Rahal Power Sports on the GR Brands campus is for you. Featuring Ducati, Piaggio, Vespa, Aprilia, and Moto Guzzi. Bootsy. Whether you're a collector, a casual rider, or a monster on the track, you'll find the service, sales, and support every rider needs. The perfect ride for your lifestyle is waiting at Rahal Power Sports. Start riding or expand and enhance your two-wheel collection today. From the neighborhood to the track, Rahal Power Sports will help you do it with confidence and style. Make every drive and every ride extraordinary. Start now at GrahamRahal.com/GRBrands.
With WIBC traffic at 305. Stop-and-go traffic on I-65 northbound between Raymond Street and I-70 South Split. You've also got slow traffic on I-465 southbound on Indy's east side between Pendleton Pike and Shadeland Avenue. And now the forecast from the American Standard Cooling Weather Center.
Clear and crisp tonight. Lows fall to 58. Lots of sunshine, low humidity on your Saturday with highs near 78 and up to 82 on Sunday under partly cloudy skies. I'm Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Tara Hastings for 93 WIBC.
I'm Jake McDaniel on the level on the go and on WIBC.com.
Hammer and Nigel.
Can you believe these characters are weirdos?
So let's rock it!
My name is Nigel. Jason Hammer is here, the Hammer and Nigel Road Show. Out of the State Fairgrounds, inside the tap room, sponsored by Wilson Farm Market. It's really easy to find us. Walk right inside the tap room, come straight back. We're under a sign that literally says tap room. Then if you're looking at the stage, like we're looking to the left of us, there is a beer sampling place. We'll do Beer Sample Friday later here at about 5:45, brought to you by Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus. To the right of us is all the beer you can handle. So many beers on tap. Crystal Hammer, the crazy coupon lady, has joined us today as sort of a proxy fill-in for her husband Hammer. I don't know what you did to him, but he sounds like Crystal Hammer sounds like Hulk Hogan in the grave right now. Like,
let me tell you something, brother. We got a lot of beers to drink here at the tap room, brother.
What's going on with your husband's voice right now?
I don't know, but
well, you said something about you fed him vegetable soup.
Well, I did, and I made it with some hot peppers in my garden, and I might have put too many in it, and it was pretty spicy, but I love it when he loses his voice because it's the only time he shuts the hell up.
My God, come on now.
What is it? No, you don't have you don't have fever or anything, right?
No.
I'm sitting right next to you. It's just like you've got some sort of frog in your throat that's a giant ass.
Right.
More like an alligator in your throat than anything else.
If you've ever wondered what it would sound like if RFK Jr. hosted the Hammer and Nigel show, today your wishes come true.
Yeah, well, look, the State Fair starting today, running through Sunday, August 17th. Pretty much opens every day at 8 a.m. except Mondays. They're closed Mondays, right? Fair's closed Monday, right?
Right.
Is that the thing?
And there's different hours depending on which days of the week you want to come by. 8 to 11 on Tuesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays.
Gotcha.
8 to 10 Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. And if you want to get here late toward the end, 8 p.m. is kind of the cutoff. Like if you want to get here at 8 p.m., they stop letting people in at that point, but you can still enjoy a couple hours.
Now, I've been to the Hammer household before. You, Crystal, the crazy coupon lady, you did not have a concoction or anything you could make your husband to make him sound a little bit better. I've seen your bar. It's heads or tails to anything I have at my house.
No, because I want him to stay this way. Because when he gets home, he won't say a word because he's trying to get his voice back. So I'm not going to make him anything. That way he shuts up.
Okay, well.
I feel like she was the one that did this. I feel like she did this on purpose in like a poisoning of some kind.
You sound like a wrestler. I mean, you honestly sound like a reincarnation of Hulk Hogan. I like it. I think it sounds good. Tell me why in the world, and nobody knows the answer to this, why Ghilaine Maxwell would be moved from one prison in Florida to another prison in Texas. She was sentenced, of 2022 for trafficking, human trafficking. Years of long scheming with Epstein to groom and abuse underage girls. She got her own helicopter's pilot license because the regular pilots were looking at him funny, flying all these young girls to Epstein Island in the Virgin Islands. And this move to a different prison in Texas comes after she met with the Deputy Attorney General in Tallahassee, Florida, where she was housed. And with the details and the contents of that meeting have not been made public, but a lawyer said that Ghislaine honestly answered every question that the Deputy Attorney General asked. So why the move? These are minimal security prisons. In fact, the one that's in Texas now, it's not a prison, it's a camp. So apparently they're singing, they're gathered around the fire at night with a guitar and singing songs.
Yeah, this is interesting because she had a list of demands, right?
Yeah.
She wanted, full immunity. But here's the thing. Earlier today, in a chopper presser, which I'm sorry, I don't have the voice to pull off right now.
Yeah, we don't have to recreate it right now.
But in a chopper presser, Donald Trump was asked if he would ever pardon Ghilaine Maxwell.
Would you consider a pardon or a commutation for Ghilaine Maxwell if
It's something I haven't thought about. It's really something
recommended.
It's something I'm allowed to do it, but it's something I have not thought about.
Yeah, I think the answer to that question is hell no. I mean, I don't know. I heard Rob Kendall talking about this the other day. I tend to agree with him. No, this woman procured and provided and groomed girls, befriended the underage women, brought them to the Virgin Islands there in Epstein Island, and she was complicit in all this. Now, whether or not she gets out of prison or her sentence ends early, that's one thing. But don't ever say that she's not a felon or anything like that. That's unacceptable. That probably should have been the answer. I will never pardon her. Commuting a sentence is different than pardoning, I believe.
Would you lessen the sentence in any way?
If it would bring to light the people that were taking advantage of the young girls on that island, yes, I would. But I would absolutely not say that I would not pardon her. I would not, let her go with, a felony, anything like that. That kind of stuff stays. So, but that's the answer you give there. I see a special guest in the wing. Should we bring him up here real quick?
Yeah, bring him on up here.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jake Query, voice of the IMS Radio Network, just got done with his show at the Dairy Bar and decided to wander down to the beer tap place here, the beer room, the tap room. Jake, thank you for calling in yesterday, kind of breaking down the news about Fox purchasing a little bit of the IndyCar series. How are you doing? How was your show outside at the Dairy Bar?
I love being here. I love everything about the State Fair. I love the tradition of it. I love the fact that it's been, 5 or 6 years now where you can come here and get a craft beer as well. So it was good. We had a lot of fun. I will say, since I talked to you guys yesterday, and I'll do it in 10 or 15 seconds, but the Fox purchase in the IndyCar and the IMS that we talked about yesterday, in talking to people yesterday after I talked to you guys, but in talking to more and kind of analyzing it, it was reassured to me that this was more about just simply an investment by Fox as opposed to a purchase of intellectual access, if that makes sense. But I think it's mostly about promotion. I think Fox is saying, listen, we want to help promote these races as much as possible, not only for gate attendance, but for television numbers as well. So we're willing to put our money. It's one thing for somebody to say we want to help out, and they were willing to say, no, we'll give you money to show you how invested we are in trying to grow this. And so I'm not saying this is going to be the case forever, but for the immediacy, the thing that was kind of reassured to people was this doesn't necessarily organizationally change anything. It simply is an assistance, in particular from a promotion standpoint.
I took this as Fox is tired of seeing empty seats on television. The Iowa race, there wasn't a lot of people there.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is so the Iowa race is a good example, Jason, because, they had a partnership at IndyCar with Hy-Vee grocery stores, which was tremendous, and they promoted the heck out of it, and it became a staple within Iowa, and they had concerts and other such things. When Hy-Vee had an organizational change and they backed out of that sponsorship, then Penske Entertainment Group was the promoter this year, and I think they had so many other things going on, they just didn't necessarily, I think they realized we have the resources, but we don't necessarily have the time to be able to also promote these races. So this was a somebody coming along saying, hey, we'll help you out in that regard. Now, I'm not trying to carry company water when I say that, but I talked to enough people, including those that are outside of the company, that all kind of agreed that was the foundation of what this meant.
Jay Query from 107.5 The Fan here, joining us on the Hammer and Nigel show here at the State Fair inside the tap room. Let's pivot to the Colts. You've been broadcasting from the Colts training camp. What have you seen? What is the feeling that you and the rest of the hosts have as to what you've seen on the field from Anthony Richardson, and the feeling you get about the season moving forward?
I think with Richardson, Nigel, what we saw right now is, I really felt like Daniel Jones at the beginning of camp. I thought Daniel Jones was going to be the week 1 starter, partially because Anthony Richardson had missed time at OTA. That was before camp.
Yeah.
Now that we've gone through camp, Jones has not done anything detrimental. He has not done anything to hurt himself, but he hasn't necessarily done anything to stamp himself either. And when you look at the investment they have, back to that word, into Anthony Richardson, both from a reputation standpoint of he was the franchise quarterback that you went out and you got, then I think they're going to give him every opportunity. And Richardson yesterday, I think during the night practice, really started to show that the rhythm and the things that you're wanting to see from him in terms of taking a step are starting to present themselves. So I think as of right now, Richardson probably has the head start on that job. And I really always felt like Daniel Jones, once camp started, I thought, if Daniel Jones is the starter, it's not even going to be because Daniel Jones won that job. It's because Anthony Richardson didn't. And I think Richardson is starting to put foot forward on getting that job.
Best thing at the dairy bar.
Oh, man. I'm a huge fan. Now, I will say, I was a huge fan of the Swiss on Rye, but that's off the menu this year. The key lime milkshake was outstanding.
Really?
But I think it's hard to go against just the standard chocolate milkshake, man.
Okay.
I mean, it's hard to go.
How was that blueberry one?
The blueberry one, how about this, Jason? Last year, the blueberry milkshake, which was their special, they do one per year. The blueberry milkshake is the first special milkshake they've ever had that was the leading sale for that particular year. Chocolate, the annual winner, but last year blueberry unseated it, and it was very good. But it was a little tart for me, I'll be honest with you. And so, I like things. It's why, to be honest with you, Hammer, I enjoy you on the radio. I like things a little more dull.
Thank you, Jay.
Just watered down a little bit, and so that one was a little tart for my taste, right?
God bless you.
Thank you, Jake Query, 107.5 The Fan. Thank you very much,
guys.
for
Always a
dropping by
pleasure.
the broadcast.
Appreciate you, brother.
Hey, it's a lot of fun. I appreciate it, guys.
We'll head it over to Mean Alan Green. What's going on with the roads, man?
Well, first of all, traffic's brought to you by Indy Decorative Concrete. Make summer nights unforgettable with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get 50% off a stunning fire pit with their best stamped concrete patio package. Hurry, offer ends September 1st. Visit IndyDecorativeConcrete.com. Okay, 65 northbound jams up through the construction from Raymond to the South Split. And the southbound collector is heavy from the North Split back down to the South Split. 465 southbound slows Pendleton Pike to Shadeland, and 465 westbound heavy from Meridian to Michigan. This report also brought to you by Great Lakes Honda of Fishers. Honda of Fishers is now Great Lakes Honda of Fishers under new ownership. Visit them just off State Road 37 for special grand opening prices during their summer sales event. Great Lakes Honda of Fishers. I'm Alan Green. Follow us on X for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
78 at the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. It's Hammer and Nigel broadcasting live inside the tap room at the Indiana State Fairgrounds. You guys doing all right? Man, this place is packed. We have Hammer and Nigel shirts for sale if you would like to take all sorts. The Gracie Coupon Lady is manning the Hammer and Nigel shirt for sale station.
If you buy 2 of them, she'll make out with you.
And then we have And then we have Randy Macho.
That number's 1. I apologize.
We have Macho Man Randy Savage sitting to my right here, 4 Hammers.
Oh, yeah.
Some news about the Indiana Fever. And this is breaking, according to my mom. So I will tell you about that next on the Hammer and Nigel show.
Change is always happening. It's part of life. And when it comes to music, change is all around us. Songs are rewritten, classics are remixed, bands and artists come and go. Even our taste in music changes. Here at Xfinity, we know there's still good in keeping some things the same. That's why we want to do our part with a 5-year price guarantee on our internet. It means no matter what changes, you get 5 years of the most reliable Wi-Fi with our best equipment included for a price that stays exactly the same. Surprised? Life is full of them. One internet price, 5 years, guaranteed. Learn more at xfinity.com/deals. Restrictions apply. New residential customers only. Taxes and fees extra and subject to change. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA. Fixed Broadband Experience Report, August 2024.
Summer is here, and that means it's time for new flooring in your home. Brothers Floor Covering is ready to help. Brand new carpet, hardwoods, laminates, and luxury vinyl plank in stock now. Plus, Brothers Floor Covering can get your new flooring installed in as little as 2 weeks. Visit Brothers Floor Covering today at their new location, 8550 North Michigan Road. Discover why buying local means getting more, not paying more. Get the flooring of your dreams installed now. Go to brothers-floorcovering.com. That's brothers-floorcovering.com.
An official message from Medicare.
I turned 65 this year. I knew it was time to figure out Medicare, and I had questions, like when to enroll and how to enroll. So I went straight to the official source, Medicare.gov, to get the facts about Medicare. I found answers to all my questions, and I'm ready to get started. And so can you. Just go to Medicare.gov to get the real facts about Medicare.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
An official message from Medicare.
I'm saving money on my Medicare prescriptions. Maybe you can save too. With Medicare's Extra Help program, my premium is $0 and my out-of-pocket costs are low. Who should apply? Single people making less than $24,000 a year or married couples who make less than $32,000. Even if you don't think you qualify, it pays to find out.
Go to ssa.gov/extrahelp. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
David was in big trouble with the IRS.
At first, I didn't owe that much, but after this year, it was out of control.
Then David called Get a Tax Lawyer.
Right away, they were like, oh yeah, looks like you're qualified to save.
Get a Tax Lawyer went to work.
Should have called way sooner.
Get a Tax Lawyer has helped thousands like David fight the IRS and get a fresh start.
Call 800-745-3070. That's 800-745-3070.
Don Fisher here for QC Kinetics. I want to share with you the best thing I've done for my knee pain. I've been hearing commercials about the groundbreaking treatments that QC Kinetics offers for months. Meantime, my chronic knee pain had hit an all-time high threshold. I wanted to stay active and enjoy playing golf again without the pain. So I decided to call and book an appointment. And what I found out was that QC Kinetics is the non-surgical solution. I have no knee pain and feel like I did 10 years ago. And it's all because of the non-invasive therapy from QC Kinetics.
Discover the solution to joint pain with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. For a free consultation, call 463-282-6886.
I'm back to playing golf and enjoying life. Take it from me, this is the best call you can make to relieve your orthopedic pain.
For your free consultation, call QC Kinetics today. 463-282-6886. 463-282-6886.
Hammer and Nigel Show.
Indiana State Fair, Hammer and Nigel Road Show, one of our favorites. Sponsored by Wilson Farm Market. I teased some news about the fever, but I'm not comfortable in sharing it as of yet because my mom was the one that broke the news to me. So I'm going to stay away from that because I haven't been able to find anything to confirm this certain news about the game on Saturday. But I will say, Hammer, by the way, joining me here, as well as his beautiful, lovely wife, Crystal Hammer, the crazy coupon lady. Again, we're sponsored by Wilson Farm Market. Tell me about Sophie Cunningham. She's kind of the enforcer on the Indiana Fever.
She's the only one that sticks up for Caitlin.
She's got a podcast. She's passionate about defending her teammate, Caitlin Clark. It's also easy on the eyes. I'm not going to, it is what it is. It's all blonde.
She knows it too.
I like tall blondes. And she had the Arby's shirt on. What did her, something about
Hot girls eat Arby's.
Hot girls eat Arby's. But here is Sophie Cunningham from the Indiana Fever being asked on her podcast if Caitlin Clark is the, quote, face of the league.
Dude, and it literally, like, pisses me off when people are like, she's not the face of the league.
Who would be?
What?
Sabrina? No.
No, there's really good, well-known people in our league. I'm not discrediting them. Like, we have a lot of badasses in our league.
Yeah.
Like, hell yeah to that. I'm all for that. But when people try to argue that she's not the face of our league, or if our league would be where we're at without her, you're dumb as shit.
Yeah.
You're literally dumb as fuck.
She's right.
Totally, absolutely right. 100% dead on balls right.
And even if she's not the best player, she's the face. Like, right now, LeBron James isn't the best player in the NBA, but he's probably still the face of the league.
Think so?
Yeah.
You think LeBron is?
I think if you did a Family Feud-style survey of everybody here and said, name an NBA player that's in the league right now, I think LeBron would be the number one answer. Brother.
The crazy coupon lady is with us here. Hammer's beautiful wife.
I hate wearing these earphones.
Why? You sound great. You look great.
And it messes up my hair.
It's fun when somebody else is hearing the other end of the bitching.
Would it be me?
I was just supposed to come here to sell T-shirts. That was it.
Yeah, well, you screwed up. You trusted us.
So we do have Hammer and Nigel logo T-shirts for sale. We're going to go to Montreal. They're in the news. She's a Montreal woman has been walking around picking up trash to raise money for her local animal shelter.
That's nice.
She calls herself the trash lady. I'm the trash lady.
The crazy trash lady.
We've got the coupon lady sitting next to me. And up in Montreal, there's the trash lady.
Coupon lady greater than the trash lady.
At least, I will agree with that. At last count, she picked up around 4,000 pieces of trash this month, raised $4,000 for GoFundMe. Here is Carolina talking about being the trash lady.
I'm a corporate girly by day and a trash picker by night.
I get a dopamine hit from every trash I pick up. I know firsthand how serious they take all of the animal cases. I really think the SPCA is
So we need more of these people in America. This was in Montreal.
Would you want somebody in your family to have the nickname the trash lady?
Well, let's ask Crystal, because you've dubbed your wife the crazy coupon lady.
Crazy's the key part.
How do you feel about being the crazy coupon lady? Because you know your stuff when it comes to going grocery shopping and saving money and gas and do grocery shopping and things like that.
Well, the coupon stuff was later. I was always crazy before the coupon stuff started.
100%.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know about the trash lady. I'd come up with something better than that.
I'm sure she's got a heart of gold, but nobody wants to be called the trash lady. I'm sorry. Like, I dated a girl in college once whose nickname was the bank because I can't really tell you why.
Are you okay with this story, Crystal?
Yes, I've already heard it 100 times.
But there's a deposit joke in there. It's the Hammer and Nigel show.
The deals at Andy Moore Ford just keep on coming. The red, white, and new sales event. Get independence from car payments with no payments for 3 months and enjoy your freedom in the new Ford F-150 Super Crew or that absolutely amazing Ford Mustang with 0% APR financing for 48 months. Save $15,000. That's $15,000 off MSRP on new 2024 F-150s or Expeditions, or buy a new Ford Super Duty truck for under $40,000. Andy Moore Ford in Plainfield is your spot for all the Super Duty trucks. They've got 175 trucks to choose from right there on the lot at Andy Moore Ford in Plainfield. And with more to your door, simply purchase your vehicle online and they'll deliver it to your door. Andy Moore Ford, 2713 East Main Street in Plainfield, or online at andymoreford.com. That's MOHR. andymoreford.com.
Some things can steal your sunshine. Ugh, I just got my hair done.
Sorry, the cooler's broken.
Anyone see my flip-flops? Anyone?
But COVID-19 can steal a lot more.
I just took a COVID test. Ugh.
Prescription medications for COVID exist. If you test positive this summer, ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com/COVID-19 to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Don't let that summer job go again because you don't have the right tools. At Quality Supply and Tool, now through September 26th, or while supplies last, there's a huge DeWalt sale going on. Buy select 20-volt bare tools and get a free 5-amp-hour battery. That's a $100 value. Buy a DeWalt 4-in-1 or 5-in-1 Tough System modular workstation and get two 2-drawer units free. That's more than a $200 value. Quality Supply and Tool has locations in Jeffersonville, Bloomington, West Lafayette, and South Harding Street in Indy. And Quality Supply and Tool thinks outside the box store.
From military life to a rewarding career in IT, kickstart your new journey in a matter of months in the fields of IT and cybersecurity, including AI. Learn more at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP. Financial aid is available for qualified students, including VA benefits.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
What he is doing. The skies are partly cloudy and you've got 78 degrees in Circle City. Lows tonight in the mid to upper 50s. I'm Jake McDaniel. Here's what's trending at 3:31. Indiana Governor Mike Braun made an announcement on Friday regarding deportations. John Herrick reports.
Braun says several agencies will collaborate with federal immigration leaders to deport people who are in the country illegally. Those include the Indiana Department of Homeland Security, State Police, and the National Guard. As part of that agreement, the Indiana Department of Correction will provide up to 1,000 beds at the Miami Correctional Facility for detainees. John Herrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
Texas Governor Greg Abbott signed a bill banning cell phones and similar electronic devices in schools. While speaking about the bill, he explained that it's not a one-size-fits-all approach, and each individual school district for that matter, will have some way in how the new rules are put into place.
We're given a level of flexibility to Amarillo ISD to be able to make sure that they're going to be able to maintain policies that keep phones out of the hands of students during instruction time, but also knowing that certain parents will have needs.
Abbott says the ban is an effort to raise test scores across the state with the goal of making Texas rank first in the nation for education. A Massachusetts suspect is in the hospital after they led a police chase. Fox's Tom Graham has more.
An erratic high-speed chase on Massachusetts roads ended with the suspect crashing a stolen garbage truck on a bridge in Everett, north of Boston. Investigators say they received a pair of reports about suspect at Milson Viscano acting strangely and shoplifting at two separate convenience stores. The 33-year-old then fled in his SUV but wrecked it. He then began darting through traffic, attempting to hijack another vehicle. He ultimately ended up behind the wheel of a trash truck before quickly crashing it as well. Police say an officer shot Viscano after he forced a truck driver out of the vehicle. He remains hospitalized. Tom Graham, Fox News.
And the USDA is bringing a hub to Indianapolis to cut food costs and help farmers. Governor Mike Braun says it's a win for Hoosiers.
We've obviously over time gotten too concentrated in D.C., and the first thing that we're going to kind of decentralize, take it back to the people. You know, it's an honor that Indiana is one of those 5 hub locations.
Braun spoke after joining other leaders for the ribbon cutting that opened the 168th Indiana State Fair on Friday. You're 1 minute away from traffic and weather. It's 3:33.
This is the soundtrack of summer.
And new memories are waiting at your Indiana State Fair.
Today is opening day of your Indiana State Fair. Join us for the greatest 15 days of summer as we welcome back all the rides, animals, free entertainment, and more. There's something for everyone, so bring the whole family. Plan your trip at IndianaStateFair.com.
Sounds like fun. Your Indiana State Fair, presented by Get Prepared Indiana.
More tariffs later, tornadoes possible.
WIBC.com gives you more than just headlines. It's context, updates, and insight. Whether you're at work, on the move, or catching up late, the latest is already there. Stay in the know while you're on the go at WIBC.com. Check out what's going on with 93 WIBC.
Catch the first day with Terry Stacy live at the Indiana State Fair this Sunday, 11 to 1 at the Dairy Bar. Try the new key lime pie milkshake. Don't miss the 1,600-pound cheese sculpture in the Ag Hort building. Visit winnersdrinkmilk.com.
With WIBC traffic at 3:34, what's going on, Alan Green?
Hey, Jake. Well, 65 northbound slows up from Raymond to the south split. Still got construction there. Southbound Collector is heavy from the north split back down to the south split. 465 northbound is tight from Shadeland to 75th. Southbound hits the brakes from Pendleton Pike to Shadeland. And 465 westbound on the north side, traffic's filling in from Meridian to Michigan. This report's brought to you by Indy Decorative Concrete. Make summer nights unforgettable with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get 50% off a stunning fire pit with their best stamped concrete patio package. Hurry, offer ends September 1st. Visit IndyDecorativeConcrete.com. I'm Alan Green. Follow us on X for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Thank you, Alan. And now the forecast from the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. Looking into tonight, you've got clear skies with lows in the upper 50s, sunny and not much humidity heading into Saturday with highs in the upper 70s. I'm Jake McDaniel on The Level on the Go and on WIBC.com.
The Hammer and Nigel Show.
Broadcasting live from the Indiana State Fairgrounds Tap Room Live. Sponsored by Wilson Farm Market. My name is Nigel. Jason Hammer is here.
What are these drinks?
These drinks are the cocktail people, the beer people. Uric just brought by these. I call them meals in a drink. Holy God Almighty!
I see a waffle.
There's a waffle and there was bacon in my. This looks like some sort of pineapple concoction. Here in the tap room here
I
at
have
the
a
State
breakfast
Fair.
sandwich.
And Crystal has a breakfast sandwich, a part of her Bloody Mary, which I just sampled, which was very, very good.
Bloody Buddy?
Bloody Buddy. So it's kind of changed the room this year. I don't know. I don't remember if it was like this last year. We have to the left of us like a place where you could just come sample beers, which is free. Got to have a little wristband or whatever, but they're pouring samples. And then on the opposite end, just a ton of different beers on selection.
And what a perfect day.
Yeah.
Weather-wise, unbelievable, man. This is
the
awesome.
past few broadcasts we've done have just been inexplicably hot, just burning up, and this would be the place people come in to get cool. But now I'm just kind of chilly right now.
Again, thank you so much to everybody for hanging out with us.
Thank you.
And Wilson Farm Market. I wish I sounded better for you guys.
I think you sound great. I think you sound like a hardcore WWE 1987 wrestler that's just about to lose his life.
Or some lot lizard that's been smoking Marlboro Reds for about 50 years.
Well, this will make you happy. It's kind of been an embarrassing week for the extreme political left Hammer in terms of polling. Their party is about as popular as gingivitis right now. Let's just start with, it's just some basic stuff that people just can extrapolate into bigger things and like just shake their head and like, what's wrong with all these people? We're not allowed to laugh or make fun of the WNBA player who had her wig knocked off during a game. Do you remember this? I don't even know what two teams they were, but one of the players, her wig came off, and she ran out of the stadium like Bobby Hurley did when he was playing with Duke and had diarrhea.
And they stopped the game?
They stopped the game because her wig fell off.
She ran into a screen, and her wig got knocked off.
So, we got to pick that up, but then somebody was laughing in the crowd. Somebody they paid money to go watch.
They should have been laughing.
Somebody was laughing in the crowd, so when this player came back and they were looking at footage and they had to get security involved and the referees, they were looking on the monitors. They kicked a fan out for laughing that this poor WNBA player lost her wig during the game.
So if I understand this correctly.
So I am correlating this to the bad poll numbers. Because that's just who these people are.
Right. So if I understand this week correctly, I'm not allowed to laugh at a wig being knocked off, but I'm also not allowed to be in favor of a smoking hot blonde chick doing jeans commercials. Is that right?
They tried to tell us we have to hate a beautiful buxom blonde like Sydney Sweeney doing a jeans commercial for charity, by the way, for American Eagle. because it's what Hitler would do.
It's Nazi Germany, isn't it?
There were people mentioning genes, and because she says, I've got good genes, which was a play on words. She's trying on genes, and but they're invoking the word eugenics, the critics of this. And finally, Sydney Sweeney, who, again, I'm not sure, is she an actress? Is she a model? Is she
actress and model.
And she has really not commented on this before now. And now here, ladies and gentlemen, to kind of fight back on all the hate she's been getting is AI. Again, this is AI Sydney Sweeney on the American Eagle jeans ad.
It has come to my attention that fat ugly chicks are upset by my American Eagle ad, and that's honestly so funny because fashion is only for attractive people. I mean, who are you kidding? I'm sorry, you're disgusting, but this product, it's not for you. Liberal women are such spiteful bitches sometimes, but it's not their fault, I guess. Some of them are just born hideous, and that's tough. I also just want to say that throughout this ad campaign, people have been guessing my political views, and I, against the wishes of my publicist, I'm going to share that I'm way more right-wing than you could ever imagine.
AI. Sydney Sweeney.
I took a swig of my cocktail right as she was saying fashion is. What did she say? Fashion is only for beautiful people. AI Sydney Sweeney, of course, that is not the real Sydney Sweeney.
Now, here with a counter perspective.
We've got a counter argument.
It's been a big week for this woman. Minnesota's Amy Klobuchar. She's a senator. She's ran for president. She is here to represent how liberal women feel about this Sydney Sweeney commercial.
Look, all we're saying is that we want representation, okay? If Republicans are going to have beautiful girls with perfect titties in their ads, we want ads for Democrats too, We want ugly, fat bitches wearing pink wigs and long-ass fake nails being loud and twerking on top of a cop car at a Waffle House because they didn't get extra ketchup, Just because we're the party of ugly people doesn't mean we can't be featured in ads, okay? And I know most of us are too fat to wear jeans or too ugly to go outside, but we want representation.
AI, Amy Klobuchar.
I'm sorry, I'm just too ugly to go outside. I think I like AI Klobuchar better than I do AI Sweeney, if you want my honest opinion.
The thing is, that's how Klobuchar talks.
Last night after announcing this was a shocker and a big disappointment for liberals on the West Coast, but Kamala Harris is not running for governor.
Good.
After Gavin Newsom.
I mean, the bar's pretty low.
Yeah. She blew like $1.5 billion on her failed presidential campaign. She's going to write a book instead.
Oh, well, I think it's out now.
Is the book out now?
It's called Loser.
So, what is this next clip? Or is this Kamala on Colbert?
Yes.
Oh, no.
So you've got one loser speaking to another loser about how the public has basically given them both a middle finger here. She was promoting her horrible book last night.
I mean, there's a lot of personal stuff in the book. I mean, poor Dougie.
You've blown the lid off of Doug? What's going on?
For example, my birthday's in October. The election's in November. You see where I'm going. And Dougie kind of dropped the ball on my big birthday.
He didn't get you anything?
Oh, you have to read the book.
And that, my friends, is what it sounds like when you get to the gates of hell.
Good Lord. I mean, did anybody even, nobody, she was not picked. She was not voted for. Nobody voted for her. Even the run-up to the Democratic primaries, and then after she got the vice presidential nod, nobody voted for her after they uninstalled Joe Biden. No votes. It was a wonder how bad she lost. Even the swing states in this country, the big, giant swing states voted for Donald Trump. And she put out this, but I think it's called like 107 days or something like that. It's something about her campaign leading up to the election.
And that's why Stephen Colbert's getting canceled, too. That's your big guess?
No. Donald Trump canceled Stephen Colbert.
That's right. Great moments in Kamala Harris history.
No, there's no such thing.
Again, another example as to why she lost the election, comparing January 6th to these specific dates.
Certain dates echo throughout history, including dates that instantly remind all who have lived through them where they were and what they were doing when our democracy came under assault. Dates that occupy not only a place on our calendars, but a place in our collective memory. December 7th, 1941. September 11th, 2001.
Just as bad
and
as
January 6th, 2021.
Yeah, those are in my top three right there. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Hammer and Nigel Show. We're broadcasting live from the tap room here at the Indiana State Fairgrounds, sponsored by Wilson Farm Market. We're sitting under a sign that says tap room, so it's not hard to find us. If you're looking for a reason to come have a drink with us tonight, happy 66th birthday to Joe Elliott, the lead singer of Def Leppard.
I kind of thought he'd be a little older. I got to be honest.
Are we going to do the how many Def Leppard songs has Kylan heard of here?
So Kylan is filling in for Allison.
She's back at the studio.
Hey.
Hi, Kylan.
I have put together a 7-song montage of Def Leppard hits. I've set the over-under at 3.5 on how many I think she knows.
Okay. Kylan, I think you know more than 3 Def Leppard songs.
You're giving me way too much credit.
Are you serious?
Quite possibly.
I think you're going to know more. Okay, so I think I'm taking the over on this.
Okay, 4, 5, 6, and 7 is the over.
Okay, and you don't have to give me the name of the song. You just have to be honest and tell us whether you've heard of it or not in honor of the lead singer of Def Leppard's birthday. Okay.
Just yell it out if you know it or not. Okay, Kylan.
All right, here we go.
Here we go. Fire it up. Anything?
Yeah.
Okay. Photograph. Great song.
Come on.
Yeah. How could I not know this?
Okay.
Heard of this?
Love fights.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Let's go.
Come on, one more. Animals.
Oh.
Oh, but no.
Oh, and then a classic.
There we go.
I got the over.
Pass that over, baby.
I got the over, Kylan. You made me very proud.
It's the Hammer and Nigel Show.
I'm Angelique Gibson. I'm in union labor from Local 120.
For members of Labor's International Union of North America, like Angelique, giving back is part of their commitment to the Indy community.
The main thing I volunteered for was the Back to School Bash. It's a backpack program for kids 12 and under.
When Indy or surrounding communities need help, LIUNA steps up.
When kids go back to school, they don't have backpacks 9 times out of 10, low-income families, and this just helps them out.
For the members of LIUNA who volunteer, it's commitment to being part of something bigger than themselves.
You know, when they start school on that first day, they got pencils, they got papers, they got notebooks, they got binders.
This is Chris Brickey, business manager of Labor's Local 120. While all our members are skilled, highly trained men and women, we are also your friends, neighbors, Little League coaches, and volunteers here in Indy.
I just feels good to knowing that I'm helping somebody that needs help.
We build Indy for good jobs and stronger communities. We are LIUNA Local 120.
So if you spend a lot of time in your garage like I do, but your garage floor is just kind of gross and cracked and stained and old and unmaintained, you might want to think about a new coating. That's where Galaxy Concrete Coatings comes in. My Galaxy Concrete garage floor is out of this world. In fact, they did such a great job. I just had them back in not too long ago to put a coating in my utility room on the concrete floor in my basement. They do garages, basements, pool decks, any indoor or outdoor area concrete. Check out their website, get a quote, galaxyconcretecoatings.com, or give them a call, 751-9070.
Luxury awaits you at Tom Roush Lincoln & Fishers. Come see the full line of breathtaking Lincoln vehicles at Indiana's premier Lincoln dealership. From the moment you arrive at Tom Roush Lincoln, you'll know you've arrived. Shop over 200 new Lincolns in our state-of-the-art family-owned and operated dealership with no pressure. Just the award-winning service and respect you deserve. Plus, with any new Lincoln, your first 5 oil changes are on us. Luxury awaits you at Tom Roush Lincoln & Fishers.
First 5 oil changes complimentary with any new Lincoln purchase or lease. See dealer for complete details.
This is the soundtrack of summer.
And new memories are waiting at your Indiana State Fair.
Today is opening day of your Indiana State Fair. Join us for the greatest 15 days of summer as we welcome back all the rides, animals, free entertainment, and more. There's something for everyone, so bring the whole family. Plan your trip at IndianaStateFair.com.
Sounds like fun. Your Indiana State Fair, presented by Get Prepared Indiana.
There's one question every couple needs to answer. What if something happens to us? Kids, a house, a life you've built, but no estate plan? That's a risk you don't want to take. With Trust and Will, it's fast, secure, and easy to protect what matters most. Start your plan today at trustandwill.com. Use code RADIO to save 20%. Check it off your list. One less thing to worry about. Trust and Will is an online estate planning service. See website for details.
Trust and Will. I had changed the locks. Didn't even know where she was living. And then one night she calls to say she's getting treatment. Can I drive? I almost hung up. But then I thought, that's my kid. I chose to put away the hurt and the fear and just see my girl.
Addiction is a disease. Standing by a loved one as they fight it will test your faith, patience, and sanity. But it's possible when you see the person, not just their disease. Learn more at cbeyondtheaddiction.org.
Make summer nights unforgettable with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get 50% off a stunning fire pit with their best stamped concrete patio package. Offer ends September 1st. IndyDecorativeConcrete.com.
More tariffs later, tornadoes possible.
WIBC.com gives you more than just headlines. It's context, updates, and insight. Whether you're at work, on the move, or catching up late, the latest is already there. Stay in the know while you're on the go at WIBC.com.
He's talking smack for his old man.
Lil Mariachi Bob came over here giving me the business. Okay. We've got the deep fried Oreo eating contest coming up in about 15 minutes.
Are you going to be able to perform in the condition you're in with your throat right now and everything?
This may be like the Jordan flu game. It's going to be the greatest thing you've ever seen. So that's coming up at about 4:10-ish.
Okay. I can't wait for this.
Right now, Alan Green's filling in for Matt Bear.
All right, guys. 65 northbound stacks up from Raymond to the south split. Southbound collector heavy from the north split back to the south split. 465 northbound from Shadeland to 75th. Traffic is tight. Southbound slows from 70 down to Brookville. And 65 northbound slow from 71st to about 86th. This report brought to you by Indy Decorative Concrete. Make summer nights unforgettable with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get 50% off a stunning fire pit with their best stamped concrete patio package. Hurry, offer ends September 1st. Visit IndyDecorativeConcrete.com. I'm Alan Green. Follow us on X for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
78 at the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. Hammer and Nigel show on the road, Indiana State Fair. Opening day, thanks to Wilson's Farm Market for sponsoring us. We have a quick feud, Hammer. I know we got to blow through this, but the Earnhardt family, Dale's widow, Teresa, versus the kids, Earnhardt kids. What is happening here?
So Teresa, she wants to take a lot of the land that used to be the Earnhardt estate and put data centers on it. If you know anything about the old man, Dale was like a conservationist. This was the last thing he would have wanted. So I guess Teresa, the widow, and the kids are fighting about this. Carrie Earnhardt, the oldest, goes on Twitter, quote, "Dad would be livid. His name associated in this title, data centers don't belong in our neighborhood." And then go back to March. There was a big Wall Street Journal article about how Dale Jr. and Kelly Earnhardt have been banned from going to the gravesite.
Oh, I remember that. They couldn't even go see the grave.
Right. So it's a family feud in the Earnhardts right now, and it's, I hate that. It sounds like it's everybody against Teresa, the widow. All right, going to take a little time out, and then when we come back, we will reset where we're at. We had a quick update on the economy and the deep-fried Oreo eating contest.
I'm ready. Mariachi Bob, your challenger, is here. He's brought his family. And I don't know who to bet on right now. I don't know what the odds are, Hammer. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm just going to tell you, anybody that has their own nickname scares me a little bit.
He gave himself the nickname, Nigel. He gave himself the nickname.
Okay.
And I didn't come here sounding like Hulk Hogan to get beat. So that is coming up next.
One day could change the trajectory of your life. A sharpening of character, a challenge to grow deeper, stand stronger, and lead better in faith, family, and purpose. At the Life Church Men's Event on Saturday, August 2nd, you'll hear raw truth from men who've been through the fire. You'll worship, connect, and leave with more than inspiration. You'll leave with a battle plan. Show up, lean in, let God do the rest. Register at lifechurchin.com.
Hi, it's T. Brian Hayes here from the Retirement Money Matter Show. Well, it's back to school time is not just for kids anymore, especially this year. With so many changes each and every year in the retirement planning arena, you simply have to make sure you go back to school to keep informed. So join me this weekend as we educate you on the many changes in the retirement planning arena lately and help you adapt properly. In addition, we will inform you about some retirement deadlines that are fast approaching for this year. The Retirement Money Matter Show airs this Saturday morning at 6 a.m. right here on WIBC.
Central Indiana knows tough, but your water shouldn't be. Indiana ranks among the hardest water in the country, and your home is paying the price. Connecticut's non-electric technology means no timer, settings, or headaches. Just water that works, even when the power doesn't. And the twin tank design means clean, soft water 24/7. Connecticut water softeners are the solution, made in the U.S. Visit ConnecticutIndy.com and mention Made in the U.S. for an additional $250 off your purchase of a softener. Connecticut, American-made, Midwest tough.
Some things can steal your sunshine.
Ugh, I just got my hair done.
Sorry, the cooler's broken. Anyone see my flip-flops? Anyone?
But COVID-19 can steal a lot more.
I just took a COVID test. Ugh.
Prescription medications for COVID exist. If you test positive this summer, ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com/COVID-19 to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Hi, this is Chris Cox, owner of Chimney Solutions, Indiana. We're celebrating our 10th year in business. Call this month to take advantage of 10% off all chimney sweeps and inspections. We're also celebrating the opening of our new fireplace showroom on 86th Street and Lafayette Road. Come and experience our exclusive lines of wood-burning and gas fireplaces.
Call 317-757-6979 or chimneyindy.com.
This is the soundtrack of summer.
And new memories are waiting at your Indiana State Fair.
Today is opening day of your Indiana State Fair. Join us for the greatest 15 days of summer as we welcome back all the rides, animals, free entertainment, and more. There's something for everyone, so bring the whole family. Plan your trip at IndianaStateFair.com.
Sounds like fun. Your Indiana State Fair, presented by Get Prepared Indiana.
Another update is just minutes away.
Steady, heavy rain, flooding in low-lying spots.
Get heavy rain moving eastward across the state.
Cars underwater.
Hear the news.
5-day manhunt in Arkansas, murdering a couple on a hiking trail.
Hunt you down and bring you to justice.
Stay in the know while you're on the go.
Trade deal with South Korea will spend $350 billion on investments.
House exploded. Southern Indiana.
Unknown what caused the explosion.
On air and online. 93 WIBC Mobile News.
Coming up in 2 minutes, that is all from the Technology Recycler Studios. What the Indiana governor has going on next, what a man is facing after police say what he did, and how the weather will be across the state through the weekend and next week. You'll hear about all of this right after Fox News. You're listening to 93 WIBC. WIBC HD1 Indianapolis, it's 4 o'clock.
How to get to Sesame Street. I'm Chris Foster, Fox News. It'll be harder in some parts of the country with the Corporation for Public Broadcasting shutting down, a longtime goal of Republicans who accuse it of political bias. It was set up in 1967 to distribute federal funds for public broadcasting and programming, and smaller rural stations generally rely on that funding more than others.
The Corporation for Public Broadcasting, which finances NPR and PBS, revealing the majority of its staff positions, will end on September 30th, with a small transition team working through January to ensure an orderly closeout of operations. The move follows the passage of a Senate bill to pull $1.1 billion in federal funding that was already allocated to the CPB. Kristen Goodwin, Fox News.
President Trump orders a top official to be fired over job numbers.
The president says he's directed his team to fire Erica McIntyre, the commissioner of the Bureau of Labor Statistics. That is the agency in charge of producing monthly jobs figures. Today's report showed weaker than expected hiring last month and drastically revised downward the number of jobs gained the previous 2 months. In a social media post, President Trump said numbers should not be manipulated for political purposes. McIntyre was nominated by former President Biden and confirmed to the role by the Senate last year.
Fox's Jared Halpern at the White House. Stocks are lower today after the jobs report and the reveal of new tariff rates, 15% on imports from the majority of U.S. trading partners.
Countries that were not making specific new deals for themselves with the U.S. were just told what their new rates are going to be. Mostly 15 to 20%, with some much higher. The highest in the world now, Syria, 41%, Laos and Burma, 40%, Switzerland, 39%, and Canada, our neighbors to the north, 35%.
Fox's Peter Ducey at the White House. The Dow's down 591 points, a half hour to the closing bell on Wall Street. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
The plans for them, partly cloudy and 77. I'm Jake McDaniel. Here's what's trending at 4:02. Indiana Governor Mike Braun says his state will not be a safe haven for illegal immigration. John Herrick reports on what's being done about that.
Braun said Friday afternoon that agencies such as the Indiana Department of Homeland Security, State Police, the Department of Correction, and the National Guard have all signed agreements to work with federal immigration enforcement. These agreements allow designated officers to perform immigration enforcement functions like arrests and issuing detainers. The Department of Correction will provide up to 1,000 beds at the Miami Correctional Facility for anyone who is detained. John Herrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
Attempted murder is the charge against a man from Marion, says State Police Sergeant Stephen Glass.
The suspect was identified as Angel G. Rangel. He's a 19-year-old from Marion, Indiana.
He says Rangel fired his gun after arguing with someone else in Marion last Sunday on a street and then fired his gun at a Marion police officer who was trying to calm the situation. Rangel was taken to the Grant County Jail this week. The officer is okay. No one was hurt, but several homes in the area were riddled by bullets. Looking at the upcoming weather in Indiana.
Yeah, the weekend weather looks fantastic. We finally have some relief from the hot and humid conditions that we've seen over the past week or so.
Greg Mello with the National Weather Service says he does not expect any rain until next week, but he does not see any severe weather on the horizon. A man was arrested early Friday after he hit two people with his car while under the influence. Jeffersonville police arrived at the intersection of Pearl Street and West Maple Street around 12:45. Both men who were unconscious were taken to a hospital to be treated for their injuries. Benjamin Fox was taken to the Clark County Jail. The Indiana State Fair opened for business today. Larry Bowles used to own the root beer barrel stand, which was at the fair for over 40 years.
How did you get into root beer?
That's a good question. We were selling ice cream at the Pineapple Store, Wheel over there. A guy wanted to sell this one day, and I bought it from him. So the barrels are over 50 years old.
Ryan Hedrick reporting. The state runs through the 17th, and it's closed on Mondays. It's 4:04, and you've got traffic and weather coming in 1 minute.
By now, you've heard about IndianaUnclaimed.gov. It's a way to claim your unclaimed property from the Indiana Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division. It's not a scam. It's not houses, boats, cars, or storage facilities. It isn't free money. So what exactly is it? It's your money. It belongs to you, and it's waiting for you to claim it. It's money from unclaimed wages or commissions, forgotten bank accounts, underlying shares, refunds, insurance proceeds, stock dividends, safe deposit box contents, overpayments, certificates of deposit, money orders, and more. The Indiana Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division safeguards those funds while trying to locate and return those funds to the owner or heir. It's your money, you deserve it, and the Attorney General's office wants to make sure you get it. The Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division has over $800 million just waiting to be claimed. Text Hammer and Nigel to 46220. That's Hammer and Nigel to 46220. Or visit indianaunclaimed.gov to claim yours today.
You've got traffic at 405. How's it going, Alan Green?
Hey, Jake. 65 southbound slows from 21st to the north split, and then the collector is heavy right down to the south split. 69 southbound backs up between 96 and 465. 70 westbound tight from rural Keystone into the north split. And 65 northbound from Raymond to the south split is backed up through the ongoing construction. This report brought to you by Rapid Radios. Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies with nationwide LTE coverage. For a limited time, get 60% off and free UPS shipping at rapidradios.com. Use code RADIO for an extra 5% off. I'm Alan Green. Follow us on X for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Thank you, Alan. And now here's the forecast from the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. You've got clear skies in the forecast heading into tonight with lows in the upper 50s. As we make our way onto Saturday, you've got highs in the upper 70s and sunny skies, but not much humidity heading into the day. I'm Jake McDaniel on the level on the go and on WIBC.com.
Hammer and Nigel.
Can you believe these characters are weirdos?
So let's rock it!
Morning. My name is Nigel. That's Jason Hammer, the Hammer and Nigel Road Show. The first day of the Indiana State Fair, thanks to Wilson Farm Market in the tap room, literally sitting underneath a sign that says tap room. People coming in here to cool off, grab a beer. We are doing the Oreo eating contest, a deep fried Oreo eating contest here in just a few minutes. My name is Nigel. Jason Hammer has some sort of affliction with his throat right now where he sounds like Hulk Hogan. It kind of gives you like a gruff, rough, like Yellowstone type of feel. Are you feeling okay? That's what I want to know, because your voice is gone, but I just want to make sure you're not constantly giving me COVID over here or anything.
Well, the last thing I would want is for you to get sick and have to miss any work. So
it never happens with me.
I feel great.
Yeah.
I feel like $1 million. I'm just losing my voice. And maybe this is the gods above saying, this is my tribute to Hulk Hogan, because I feel like I sound like him at this point. Well, let me tell you something, brother. We got the deep fried Oreo contest coming up in just a few minutes, and the millions and millions of Hamroids and Nigerians are going to line up. What you going to do, brother?
Wow. That actually sounds better than your regular voice when you're talking right? Normal. So I want to get through this good and bad economic news really quick. There's a silver lining in this jobs report that came out today. Just go through the nuts and bolts of it. And because I really want to get to the Oreo eating contest, but I do think it's important that we there's something that we missed in the jobs report that's lost on people.
So the headlines are, the jobs report stinks.
Oh, yeah.
Way less than expectations.
Mainstream media loves that.
A lot of last month. So that's is that the jobs lost were predominantly foreign jobs. Real growth needed American workers. So the numbers themselves make headline look like doom and gloom. And I'm sure CNN and MSNBC, they're doing the kid playing while this report comes out. native-born American jobs going up and, shall we say, illegal workers going down.
Okay, there we go. That's the. We feel like we have to get to some important news before we screw around for the rest of the time here at the Indiana State Fair. Shall we start the deep fried Oreo contest, ladies and gentlemen? Are you ready? I challenged Hammer a couple of years ago to a deep fried Oreo eating contest right in this building. Lost horribly to Hammer. Last year, he challenged his son Chris, who actually works for Radio 1 in the promotions department. He, it was kind of cruel. You berated Chris and were actually kind of mean to him, and I think that kind of intimidated him a little bit. So he lost. Now, the challenge was put out to a listener this time. Somebody, if you would like to show up here for the deep fried Oreo eating contest to challenge Hammer, we'll put it out there to the people that listen to this program. And we had somebody by the name of Mariachi Bob reach out to us.
Yes.
Mariachi Bob, why don't you step up to the plate here real quick. This is Mariachi Bob. Yeah, and there's your deep fried Oreo thing right there. Put your headphones on. Bob, can you hear us? Are you okay?
I got you.
All right. How you doing? Everybody say hello to Bob right here.
Hey, guys.
I emailed him earlier today, and I said, hey, just confirming, Bob, that you're going to be there. He responded, that's Mariachi Bob to you. Okay.
So the big question
Shots fired.
We've been pondering this whole time before we get this eating contest underway. Why are you called Mariachi Bob?
Well, thanks for the question. Thanks for having me.
Yes.
Hammer, for the record, not my own nickname. I didn't give it to myself.
Oh.
I don't believe you.
Okay. The Rev, IMS, they launch that big party every year at the beginning of May. 2018, it just so happened to fall on Cinco de Mayo. I was a bartender back then. They said, hey, we need a promotional guy. Step into this outfit. So it was a mariachi outfit. So race day comes around, and the guy who was running the show said, hey, bring me the mariachi guy. And they're like, Bob? And he's like, yeah, Mariachi Bob. So after that, my bartending guy, Cliff Rowley, shout out, he said, run with it. He said, that's a celebrity bartender name. And after that, I became the premier bartender.
Did you have to wear the outfit every year, though?
No.
Okay.
So they didn't ask you to wear a dress, just randomly for whatever reason.
Oh, cross-dressing Bob. Go get him.
No.
All right. Before we get into this contest,
Yes.
we've got to build it up. We've got to do the fanfare correctly.
Yes.
Here to present our nation's national anthem, Frank Drebin.
On our ramparts we was, and the rockets they glare, but of bombs in the air.
There's people actually standing up and putting their
Frank Drebin with our national anthem, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Do we have an invocation?
We do, because we believe in faith around here. Here is the invocation before the Oreo eating contest from Joe Biden.
Hey, we pray to Jesus, or as they say in France, Jesus. We hope everyone, has a safe birthday. We hope this matchup is almost as fun as sniffing hair of young children. So let's hurry up with this. I have to poop. Amen.
Amen.
Did he say he had to poop at the end of the invocation?
I believe he did, Nigel.
Very unusual.
And you can't have a big event in the state of Indiana without the singing of Back Home Again in Indiana.
Come on.
I dream about the moonlight from the Wabash. Then I long for my Indiana.
Wow, this is a production.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's do the starting lineups. Kyle in, if you could, let's get the starting lineup music on here for the deep fried Oreo eating contest. First of all, ladies and gentlemen, the underdog, the guy that emailed us, the guy that goes by the name of Mariachi Bob, ladies and gentlemen, taking on #1 talk show host of the legendary Hammer and Nigel show. He sounds like Hulk Hogan right now. He doesn't have a voice, but is powering through with beer and water and donuts. Ladies and gentlemen, Jason Hammer. I don't know, how do you want to do this, Hammer? Do we just want to do a countdown and get started?
Yes.
What we have, let me describe what we have in front of us here. Each one of you, Mariachi Bob and Hammer, have a little plate of 4 deep-fried Oreos with frosting on them. 4 deep-fried Oreos. If you guys would like to help me out and cheer on these guys, I'm going to count to 3, and then we're going to do this. Looks like Mariachi Bob has a thing of water next to him. Hammer has a thing next to beer next to him. I think I know what the strategy is going to be here. Ladies and gentlemen, let the Oreo eating contest, deep fried Oreo eating contest start in 3, 2, 1, go! Ladies and gentlemen, oh my God. Mariachi Bob off to a strong start. Off to a huge strong start. Jason Hammer eating it bit by bit. His first Oreo down the drain. Mariachi Bob dipping his Oreo in his water. He is down 2. Mariachi Bob is down 2. Jason Hammer, just got done with his second, but he is significantly behind Mariachi Bob. Mariachi Bob washing down his 3rd deep-fried Oreo. Jason Hammer eating it bit by bit. He's just got down his 3rd. It's coming down to the 4th. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, Jason Hammer just dipping his 4th deep-fried Oreo into his beer. Mariachi Bob was in the lead just until now. Hurry, it is coming down to the end. Crystal Hammer, are you watching? Are you guys watching? Who won? I don't know. I think it's Mariachi Bob who's winning. Mariachi Bob who won, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my God. Mariachi Bob, I think, is the winner. Mariachi Bob, just by a hair. You guys were so close, Jason Hammer. Oh, what a great effort. What's your son's name? Mariachi Bob's son's coming to... Jason, go give your old man a hug. He just pulled off a big upset, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, man.
Deep fried Oreo eating contest. Mariachi Bob beating Jason Hammer barely. Ladies and gentlemen. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, congratulations. That was intense. That was the closest deep fried Oreo eating contest I've ever seen. And I love how Mariachi Bob's 10-year-old son keeps coming here to talk trash to you, Hammer.
Crystal, your thoughts?
Crystal, what do you think? I can't hear.
Now you can hear me. Can you hear me? I was hoping the fat bastard would have choked.
I love you too, baby.
All right, let's get a look at traffic with Mean Alan Green.
Wow. All right, 65 northbound jams up from Raymond to the South Split. 65 southbound approaching 71st. There's a crash. Traffic is heavy from the dog leg. Southbound Collector heavy from the north to the South Split. 465 southbound delays from 70 to Brookville. 465 northbound to back up from the dog leg to Michigan. And this report's brought to you by Speedway. Got one of those days that never stops? Try a stop at Speedway. Refresh the vibe with 69-cent large Big Gulp drinks. Speedy Rewards app required. Valid through 8/26/25. See app for full terms. I'm Alan Green. Follow us on X for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
78 at the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. I want to go back to Hammer here for just a quick second. And, like you guys lost. I'm standing here with Mariachi Bob, who barely beat Jason Hammer in the Oreo, deep fried Oreo eating contest. I mean, it was like by half an Oreo. How do you feel, Bob? What are your thoughts?
I feel great. It was a hard fought win. I'd like to thank my family, first and foremost, God, and of course the Hammer and Nigel show for having me out today. Thank you, and God bless America.
Yes.
Hammer, I know you're a little under the weather. You're not using that as an excuse. You were literally half a deep fried Oreo behind. Literally one half behind Mariachi Bob. How are you feeling?
I feel like this was the 2006 Indy 500, right? It was coming down to the start-finish line. He got the best of me today. But at the end of the day, I think everybody can have solace knowing that we're both going to get diabetes.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back. Live out of the Indiana State Fair, sponsored by Wilson Farm Market. It's the Hammer and Nigel Show.
Lately, the market has been making some big moves, and not all in the right direction. If you've been watching the numbers and wondering what it all means for your retirement, you're not alone. At Howard Bailey Financial, we plan for times like this. The truth is, a volatile day on Wall Street can feel a lot different when you're getting closer to retirement. That's why right now is the right time to take a fresh look at your portfolio, and Howard Bailey can help. Are you taking on more risk than you realize? Are you diversified in a way that makes sense for where you are in life? Find out today with the help of our free Market Volatility Guide. Visit retirewithpurpose.com to download your free guide and learn more about what market shifts may mean for you. That's retirewithpurpose.com. Together, let's make sure your plan is built to weather whatever comes next. Howard Bailey Securities, LLC is an independent financial services firm and uses a variety of different investment strategies. Please see disclosures at howardbailey.com.
Luxury awaits you at Tom Roush Lincoln & Fishers. Come see the full line of breathtaking Lincoln vehicles at Indiana's premier Lincoln dealership. From the moment you arrive at Tom Roush Lincoln, you'll know you've arrived. Shop over 200 new Lincolns in our state-of-the-art family-owned and operated dealership with no pressure. Just the award-winning service and respect you deserve. Plus, with any new Lincoln, your first 5 oil changes are on us. Luxury awaits you at Tom Roush Lincoln & Fishers.
First 5 oil changes complimentary with any new Lincoln purchase or lease. See dealer for complete details.
I had changed the locks, didn't even know where she was living. And then one night she calls to say she's getting treatment. Can I drive? I almost hung up. But then I thought, that's my kid. I chose to put away the hurt and the fear and just see my girl.
Addiction is a disease. Standing by a loved one as they fight it will test your faith, patience, and sanity. But it's possible when you see the person, not just their disease. Learn more at cbeyondtheaddiction.org.
So, where's the lake?
Not here.
But it says Great Lakes Honda Fishers.
Right. I just don't see a lake.
Who needs a lake when you can lease a 2025 HRV LX all-wheel drive for $329 a month and 0 down?
That definitely won't soak our bank account.
Oh, it's the old Honda Fishers.
Great Lakes, great people, great cars.
But no actual lake.
Visit us off State Road 37 for special pricing during our summer sales event. With approved credit through Honda Financial. In-stock new Hondas only, not combinable with other offers. All fees due at signing. Loyalty or conquest rebates may apply. Offer ends August 31st. See dealer for details.
An official message from Medicare.
I turned 65 this year. I knew it was time to figure out Medicare, and I had questions, like when to enroll and how to enroll. So I went straight to the official source, Medicare.gov, to get the facts about Medicare. I found answers to all my questions, and I'm ready to get started. And so can you. Just go to Medicare.gov to get the real facts about Medicare.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Indianapolis was built for speed, electricity, and non-stop action. So was Live Golf. So where better to crown a new individual champion? Leading the pack, Rahm, DeChambeau, and Neiman. But only one can be the victor. So be at Chatham Hills August 15th to 17th as Live Golf gets even louder. With a doubleheader concert from Riley Green and Jason Derulo. Tickets are already flying out of the gate. Hurry and grab yours now at livegolf.com.
At Quality Supply and Tool, now through September 26th, or while supplies last, there's a huge DeWalt sale going on. Save big on 20-volt max kits, bare tools, and batteries. Pros will love the rod and cable cutting plus crimping kits, while Dad would love the new 20-volt cordless DeWalt drill, Bluetooth speaker, job site fan, and hand vac. The sale's at all 4 Quality Supply and Tool locations in Bloomington, West Lafayette, Indianapolis, and Jeffersonville. Whether you're a pro during the week or want to work like one on weekends, Quality Supply and Tool thinks outside the box. Store.
Hammer and Nigel presents
It depends upon what the meaning of the word is.
Is this anything?
All right, let's rock and roll. Yeah, we're live out of the State Fair in the tap room, sponsored by Wilson Farm Market. Hammer and Nigel show on the road, the opening day of the Indiana State Fair. And we're brought to you also by the Indiana Unclaimed program presented by the Attorney General's office here in Indiana, reuniting Hoosiers with over $1 million in unclaimed property every single week. Fast, easy, and free to search at IndianaUnclaimed.gov. You just want me to go ahead and go through these, so save your voice a little bit, or, and then we can discuss afterwards.
Sure, because I sound like ass.
More than 24. Did you see the footage of this? This is pretty chilling. Like, this is what, the only thing I don't like about flying is the turbulence. Everything else is fine. But I've never been in turbulence so bad that they've had to land the plane in an emergency and take 25 people to the hospitals. What happened over, I think, Minnesota, more than 24 people in a Delta flight taken to hospitals after severe turbulence forced the plane to make an emergency landing. It was so bad that the unbelted passengers hit the ceiling. So, like, if you're walking towards the John, right, and if this turbulence comes out of nowhere, all of a sudden you're on the ceiling because you're dropping at such a high rate of speed. Here is one of the passengers talking about what happened.
If you didn't have your seatbelt on, everyone that didn't they hit the ceiling and then they fell to the ground. And the carts also hit the ceiling and fell to the ground, and people were injured, and it happened several times, so it was really scary.
Yeah, have you ever been in turbulence that bad as to where, like, your drink is spilled and people are stuck to the ceiling?
Very first time I ever flew, it was perfect weather, but the oxygen mask immediately dropped down.
Oh.
The pilot hit the wrong button. I don't know if it was the pilot or the crew. Somebody hit wrong button.
The mask button, and it came.
The oxygen mask.
That doesn't really instill confidence in the crew when you accidentally hit a wrong button.
This was like 1993, but I don't even know if they have the oxygen mask that dropped down anymore. I don't know. But as soon as it happened,
they have them.
The pilot jumped on. Disregard that.
Just put those back to where they were. Yeah, the turbulence always gets me, but I've flown through some bad turbulence. Flying into Florida one time. Luckily, I had a few in me with my buddies that were going down there for the week, and we kind of laughed, but there was just a nervous laughter. It was a nervous laughter.
The I'm in danger laugh.
The I'm in danger laugh, but I've also got a strong buzz, so nothing's going to happen to me here. Also, President Trump signing an executive order bringing the presidential fitness test back to gym class in public schools. Here's a quick clip. I don't remember this test music from back in the day. See if this, I'm just going to play this real quick. Does it bring back terrible memories of getting sweaty in gym class for you? This is the music.
The Fitness Gram Pacer test is a multi-stage aerobic capacity test that progressively gets more difficult as it continues. The test will begin on the word start. On your mark, get ready, start.
Feel it. I don't remember that.
But do you remember the presidential fitness test?
Oh, yeah. Shuttle run, baby.
Shuttle run, yeah.
Go pick those erasers up and bring your ass back.
They did I think they did away with it in like 2013. An executive order was signed back. Some kids get humiliated. I don't like that aspect of it, but I like the idea of RFK Jr. and making America healthy again. I think this is part of it.
Is this what Triple H was at the White House for?
Yesterday, yes.
Yeah.
Triple H. It wasn't for a negotiation for a peace deal with Israel and Gaza. No. I can tell you that.
No, I love that. But Triple H was there, Bryson DeChambeau, LT.
Yes,
was there.
Yeah, so that's what that was all about. The presidential fitness test back at your local elementary school here on the Hammer and Nigel show.
When you own a business, it feels like everything's on you. Orders, deliveries, employees, on you. That's why Comcast Business is giving you a year of mobile on us with your internet service.
Really?
Yep. We'll cover your first line of mobile for 1 year. So calling customers, getting directions, texting Janine and shipping, on us. The broken coffee maker? That one's still on you, which means you'll save hundreds for your business and get the fastest mobile service with 5G cellular and Wi-Fi hotspots on us. But hurry, this deal won't last long. Get a mobile plan and free up the budget to maybe, I don't know, fix that coffee maker? Get mobile on us for 1 year. You guessed it, on us. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 9/22/25. Restrictions apply. New mobile customers only with internet standard service or above. Limited to value of 1 unlimited intra-line apply via 12 monthly internet bill credits. 1 discount per account. Fastest mobile based on mobile Wi-Fi and cellular data in service areas. Ookla Speed Test Intelligence 2H24.
An official message from Medicare.
I'm saving money on my Medicare prescriptions. Maybe you can save too. With Medicare's Extra Help program, my premium is $0 and my out-of-pocket costs are low. Who should apply? Single people making less than $24,000 a year or married couples who make less than $32,000. Even if you don't think you qualify, it pays to find out.
Go to ssa.gov/extrahelp. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Some things can steal your sunshine.
Ugh, I just got my hair done.
Sorry, the cooler's broken. Anyone see my flip-flops? Anyone?
But COVID-19 can steal a lot more.
I just took a COVID test. Ugh.
Prescription medications for COVID exist. If you test positive this summer, ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com/COVID-19 to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
To get things arranged, partly cloudy and 77 degrees in downtown Indy. Low tonight is 58. I'm Jake McDaniel. Here's what's trending at 4:31. Indiana Governor Mike Braun announced today new partnerships with federal immigration to help people in the U.S. unlawfully deport. Braun says the state is not a safe haven and will cooperate with federal enforcement agencies. Homeland Security signed an agreement with ICE, which lets state officers help with immigration enforcement tasks like making an arrest. The Indiana Department of Correction will make up to 1,000 beds available at the Miami Correction Facility for detainees. Cincinnati Mayor Aftab Puraval has finally spoken out about last week's attack on 2 people in the city. Puraval says that everyone responsible for the attack must be held accountable. Here's Fox's Nate Foy with more.
He did express support for the police, but there has been a lot of criticism not only for him, but also for Councilwoman Victoria Parks, who commented on a video of the fight. She essentially blamed the victims, saying that they deserved the beating, saying they begged for that beatdown was the actual quote, and she's standing by that now. One of the suspects who has already been charged is now out of jail, Jermaine Matthews, who faces assault and aggravated rioting charges. He's now out. He posted a $270,000 bond.
And Matthews was told to wear an ankle monitor, and his attorney says the attack happened after one of the victims used a racial slur. Anaconda, Montana is on lockdown after a fatal shooting at a bar. Law enforcement says several people died, but no word on how many exactly. The shooting happened Friday afternoon, and officers say the suspect ran off and is being tracked. To lower food prices, let farmers do their job and cut the red tape. Governor Mike Braun says the new USDA hub in Indy is a step in the right direction.
We got to have more of this done where it's closer to the people, where things work, and I think you're going to find that maybe this is a pivot point to where we get to a better place.
Braun and Lieutenant Governor Micah Beckwith kicked off the 168th Indiana State Fair Friday, celebrating the state's rich farming history and bringing together today's farmers and future growers. It's time for your WIBC Closing Bell Report. At the closing bell today, the Dow was down 542 points to 43,588. The S&P 500 fell 101 points to 6,238. And the NASDAQ had a 472-point decrease to 20,650. It's 4:33, and you've got traffic and weather coming in 1 minute.
So what's in the bag today? Yesterday's leftovers? Another lunch meat sandwich? Well, go ahead and pull up a rock and settle in for a half hour of I wish I was eating something else. Or you could be eating something else, or someplace else. If you're brown bagging it at the corner of 30th and Shadeland area, drop over to His Place Eatery for 30 minutes of why didn't I know about this place sooner? Nothing fancy, not a lot of frills. They save that for the quality of the meal. Like ribs that fall off the bone, southern fried chicken, Sides that will cause your taste buds to thank you into tomorrow. Put that in your brown bag and eat it. Better yet, bank the bag. Go to His Place Eatery at the corner of 30th and Shadeland, or the newest location off 86th and Ditch Road. Your dirty boots and work clothes are welcome here. His Place, your place for lunch. Go to hisplaceeatery.com to learn more.
With traffic at 434, what's going on now in Green?
Hi, JK. 65 southbound approaching 71st. A crash has 2 lanes blocked there. The traffic is sneaking by on the right shoulder, but traffic is solid from Whitestown Parkway. 65 northbound between Raymond and the South Split is backed up. Southbound Collector hits the brakes from the north to the South Split. 69 southbound at 82nd. A crash, left lane is blocked, and traffic is solid back from 106th. This report brought to you by Indy Decorative Concrete. Make summer nights unforgettable with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get 50% off a stunning fire pit with their best stamped concrete patio package. Hurry, offer ends September 1st. Visit IndyDecorativeConcrete.com. I'm Alan Green. Follow us on X for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
And now the forecast from the American Standard Cooling Weather Center.
We're tracking another cool night in our region for tonight under mostly clear skies. Low temperatures will fall into the upper 50s. Saturday is set to be another fantastic early August day with lots of sunshine, some hazy skies, and a light northeasterly wind. We'll have temperatures in the upper 70s to even lower 80s. A touch warmer by Sunday, but still feeling marvelous out there with lots of sunshine. Highs will be in the low 80s by Sunday. I'm Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Stephen Deanna for 93 WIBC.
I'm Jake McDaniel on the level on the go and on WIBC.com.
The Hammer and Nigel Show.
Fair opening day in the tap room, sponsored by Wilson Farm Market. My name is Nigel. That's Jason Hammer. Welcome, everybody. How you guys feeling in there? All right?
Good?
All right, first day of the fair going all right?
What a beautiful day, man.
Yeah, your voice is horrible, I know. One of my favorite things, though, just a quick update, you had the Oreo, the fried Oreo eating contest. You lost to listener Mariachi Bob. You were,
Photo finish.
It was a photo finish, and I was watching very closely. I wanted to make it a fair. He had half a bite on you towards the end. You guys were both dipping your respective deep fried Oreos in your beers. I think he had water.
I just want to say, though, out of the 2 Oreo sets that we had, Jason made sure Mariachi Mike got the one with the most powdered sugar on top.
Oh,
so he tried to sabotage you, and you still won.
Now, here's the other.
I even the playing field because I'm not 100%.
Here's the funny part. Hammer is still drinking out of the beer glass that he was dumping his strategy was to put the deep fried Oreo in the glass of beer, pull it out like Joey Jaws does at the hot dog eating championship, and put it in. And so after it was over, after Hammer lost by just half an Oreo, Crystal, the crazy coupon lady here, kind enough to join us, selling Hammer and Nigel's T-shirts here, said, "Look, let me take all the trash." You know, she's clearing all the trash off the table, and she wanted to take your beer that you were dumping the Oreos in. And you were like, "No, don't take my beer. What are you talking about? What's wrong with you?"
It's disgusting.
And you were physically disgusted.
Well, yeah, there's like bits of chocolate in the bottom. That sounds
it's
horrible.
slobber probably, and things.
You've never been more turned on, have you? Between my voice and this beer, it's like we're about to have a second honeymoon, baby.
So I thought that was the funniest part, where you offered to take his beer that he was dumping his deep fried Oreo in to get it down his gullet. And he's like, "No, I'm finishing the beer." Okay?
We're here till 6 with the T-shirts, right?
That is correct. We have a few large and extra large, and we also have the Jason Allen Hammer size 2XL, 3XL.
Thank you. Store.hammerandnigel.com if you can't make it.
Speaking of Hulk Hogan, you do sound like Hulk Hogan. You could really can you flip on some Hulk Hogan real quick with the condition your voice is in? It might make it worse, but the late Hulk Hogan passing away, can you give us some of that real quick?
Well, let me tell you something, brother. When the millions and millions of Hulkamaniacs come here to the Indiana State Fair, they want to see the crazy coupon lady. They want to buy the t-shirts, and they want to come to the tap room where there's Indiana beers all around the world, and the millions of Nigel and Hammer fans are going to drink the beers, and they're going to drink the beers, and they're going to drink more beers.
See?
Going to put my hand up to my ear.
See, your voice almost gets better after that. You sound like
and when
I
try to slow it down, I start sounding like RFK.
Reportedly, Hulk Hogan's official cause of death was a heart attack, 71 years old, acute myocardial infarction. Had a history of AFib, which I wasn't really aware of, which was an irregular heartbeat, and also diagnosed. Did anybody know that the Hulk was diagnosed with chronic lymphomatic leukemia?
Didn't know that.
I did not know that. So there were a couple of different factors in the Hulkster's death, but the AFib, the heart condition, irregular heartbeat definitely played a part in the passing of one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. He's on the Mount Rushmore, right? I mean, you know, when you talk about Mount Rushmore, that's kind of a cliche discussion topic. I understand that. But Hulk is on, I mean, he was a superstar, is a superstar. He was on the Mount Rushmore of superstar wrestlers.
Dude, WWE, back when I was growing up, it was WWF.
Yeah.
Wouldn't probably exist if it wasn't for Hulk Hogan.
Yes.
He made it like pop culture. He was a pop culture phenomenon.
Florida's Governor DeSantis ordered flags lowered for half staff for Hulk Hogan Day in Florida as a tribute for being a champion of the state of Florida. That's how beloved that man was, not only in that state, but as a figure in the wrestling industry.
And he opened up a lot of businesses in Florida, too. It wasn't just because he's a wrestler.
Yeah.
He employed a lot of people at his shops and his memorabilia stores and things like that.
Another iconic figure that passed away recently, Ozzy Osbourne, the Prince of Darkness, the godfather of heavy metal. I want to play this. I want to see what some guy does an impression, Hammer, of Arnold Schwarzenegger singing different songs posted. He did one as a tribute to Ozzy. And I think it's kind of interesting to hear it now, how it would sound if Arnold Schwarzenegger sang with Black Sabbath. Here we go.
Generals gathered by their masses, just like witches at black masses. Evil minds that plot destruction, sorcerers that's construction. In the fields, the body's burning. As the war machine keeps turning. Death and hatred to mankind.
Keep going, keep going.
Poisoning their brainwashed minds. Oh, yeah, the pain.
All right, there you go. Wow. Arnold Schwarzenegger impression. Free Dog Night on the free stage tonight here at the Indiana State Fair, the opening night. I looking forward to this. An icon, a legend.
You don't realize how many hit songs they have.
Yeah, I know.
Until you listen to them.
I know. So he'll be calling in a little bit after 5 o'clock. It's the Hammer and Nigel Show.
Matt Bear here for Trajan Wealth. I've been talking about my friends at Trajan Wealth for a while. I'm a client now. I'm excited to share that Trajan is hosting a one-night-only movie premiere at Flick's Brew House in Carmel, September 25th at 6 p.m. Retirement on the Brink is their new eye-opening documentary everyone nearing retirement needs. Call now to reserve your seat. 800-670-0366 to get on the list for this exclusive event. That's 800-670-0366 or visit retirementonthebrink.com. The clock is ticking. Retirement on the Brink reveals the risks that could derail your future. It's a must-see movie event from my friends at Trajan Wealth. Again, September 25th, VIP seats available now at retirementonthebrink.com, retirementonthebrink.com, or call 800-670-0366. Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. Paid advertisement.
Two of the best summertime traditions are back. The Indiana State Fair and the Indiana Farmers Dairy Bar since 1941. This year featuring the key lime pie milkshake and the smoked Gouda Q grilled cheese with Gouda cheddar barbecue sauce on Texas toast. The Indiana Farmers Dairy Bar since 1941. Open 9 to 9 at the Indiana State Fair, across from the Coliseum. Brought to you by American Dairy Association Indiana, your Hoosier Dairy Farm families. Find out more at winnersdrinkmilk.com.
There's one question every couple needs to answer. What if something happens to us? Kids, a house, a life you've built, but no estate plan? That's a risk you don't want to take. With Trust and Will, it's fast, secure, and easy to protect what matters most. Start your plan today at trustandwill.com. Use code RADIO to save 20%. Check it off your list. One less thing to worry about. Trust and Will is an online estate planning service. See website for details.
Trust and Will. At Puccini's, we think less screen time and more quality mealtime is the better way. Eat, talk, and dine with less blue light glaring or talking heads blaring while enjoying great food at a reasonable price is the Puccini's way. Dine in for hot, delicious food prepared fresh and to your liking. If you need anything, we're right there so you'll leave full and happy. We have delivery options and carryout, but let's start dining in together again the way we all used to enjoy so much.
Puccini's Pizza, Pasta, Puccini's.
Some things can steal your sunshine.
Ugh, I just got my hair done.
Sorry, the cooler's broken. Anyone see my flip-flops? Anyone?
But COVID-19 can steal a lot more.
I just took a COVID test. Ugh.
Prescription medications for COVID exist. If you test positive this summer, ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com/COVID-19 to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
We all have people in our lives we interact with. Maybe it's your favorite barista, a neighbor who waves to you every morning, a coworker you grab lunch with, or maybe it's me, the hairstylist you've gone to for years. What if you learned I had a substance use disorder? Would it change how you see me? It's okay to see the addiction, but when you choose to see the person, not just their disease, it can help change someone's life. Learn more at seebeyondtheaddiction.org.
Make this your year. Looking for a new career in the high-demand fields of IT and cybersecurity? Attend classes live, online, or on campus. Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation today.
Financial aid is available to those who qualify.
Do you need air conditioning service and need to find a local well-trained expert you can trust, like Price Point Comfort Heating and Cooling? We'll find that independent American Standard Air dealer at IndyHomeComfort.com.
Make summer nights unforgettable with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get 50% off a stunning fire pit with their best stamped concrete patio package. Offer ends September 1st. IndyDecorativeConcrete.com.
Check out what's going on with 93 WIBC.
Catch the first day with Terry Stacy live at the Indiana State Fair this Sunday, 11 to 1 at the Dairy Bar. Try the new key lime pie milkshake. Don't miss the 1,600-pound cheese sculpture in the Ag Hort building. Visit winnersdrinkmilk.com.
Alan Green, what's going on, my man?
Hey, Hammer. 65 southbound approaching 71st. We got a crash. Both lanes are blocked, but traffic is sneaking by on the right shoulder, but things are jammed back from Whitestown Parkway. 65 northbound slows Raymond to the south split. Southbound Collector heavy from the north to the south split. 69 southbound at 82nd, a crash blocking the left lane. Traffic is backed up from 106th. And on 70 eastbound at Post, there's a crash blocking the right lanes of the exit ramp there. This report brought to you by Indy Decorative Concrete. Make summer nights unforgettable with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get 50% off a stunning fire pit with their best stamped concrete patio package. Hurry, offer ends September 1st. Visit IndyDecorativeConcrete.com. I'm Alan Green. Follow us on X for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Oh, yeah, 78, partly cloudy, beautiful day in Indy, the first day of the Indiana State Fair. Hammer Nigel broadcasting live inside the tap room. You guys doing all right? Feeling all right? We're brought to you by Wilson Farm Market 78 at the American Standard Cooling Weather Studios. My name is Nigel. Jason Hammer is here. I'd like to go back, if we could, just for a second before we move on, Hammer. You had a loss today. You took on a listener in the deep-fried Oreo eating contest. And I just wondering, about an hour later, half hour later, how you're feeling about losing to a man that calls himself Mariachi Bob.
I've taken a lot of losses today.
Yeah.
I lost my voice.
Yeah, lost your voice.
I lost my undefeated record in the Oreo eating contest.
Yeah, I think you lost respect from your wife, who's sitting next to me.
Oh, no. Oh, no, she never had that for me to begin with. You and your drugs. Look, my favorite part of having Crystal here was earlier she was yelling at you for something, and it was such a break for me to have her yelling at somebody else for a change.
Okay. All right, so we are live inside the tap room. It is nice and cool in here.
You'll know it's the tap room, Nige, because there's a sign that says
tap room right underneath us. A woman in California who loves golfing broke an unusual Guinness World Record. I think Guinness World Records has jumped the shark. I even think the term jump the shark has jumped the shark, if you're wanting to be completely honest with me.
Is there a record for jumping sharks?
Yeah. This woman put 711 golf tees in her hair.
Like hair breadths, kind of?
I guess. I don't know. I'm looking at this picture that you put on the rundown here, and
she's not the worst-looking woman in the world.
She's not, but like, who's working at the Guinness Book of World Records and saying, all right, we got this lady that wants to put 700 golf tees in her hair. Are we going to accept her in? Are we going to invite her in? And at that point, you've lost. You're out of ideas, right? You're out of ideas.
Does somebody have to count all of those?
Oh, I'm sure there's a meticulous, very specific way they put all those golf tees into this woman's hair. But it's just the fact that it's like, who cares? Back in the day, what are some famous Guinness Book of World Records that have been broken? I mean,
I always remember the fat guys on the moped.
The mopeds,
right,
yes.
on the back of the book.
So let's do great moments in world record history. And you're going to understand what we're talking about here when we say that Guinness World Records have jumped the shark. This is the Guinness World Record for longest cry attempt. Go ahead.
Let me ask you a question. Would you rather listen to that man cry over and over or Kamala Harris laugh over and over? Choose your fighter.
That's tough. Get back to you on that one. But that guy actually has a plaque on his wall, though, from the Guinness Book of World Records. Longest cry attempt ever.
Crystal Hammer, let me ask you a question. Make sure, bring her up, please. If you were single and you're in a bar, or maybe you're cheating on me and you're in a bar, and this guy comes up and he says, hey, sweet thing, I've got the world record for longest cry. Does that separate him from anybody else in the bar? No. So if he looks the same compared to everybody else, but he's the world record holder for longest cry, your undies stay up?
You won't be cheating on
No,
your
I'm not
husband?
interested.
Okay.
But if Matthew McConaughey walks into a bar,
that's different.
Yes. Bradley Cooper from The Hangover.
Bradley Cooper. I'm sorry, Bradley.
That's okay. I'll take McConaughey too.
Should we do another great moment in world record history?
Please.
Man sets record for biting aluminum cans in half. This guy, literally, that was the challenge, to bite a series of aluminum cans in half. Go ahead.
Go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop. In your attempt today, 36.
Oh.
Wow. Okay, now, Kylan, I want you to get ready to play that again. I want you guys to close your eyes.
Yeah.
And imagine this is what it sounded like when I was on my honeymoon with Crystal.
Go.
I was going to say that.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop. In your attempt today, 36.
You even had somebody counting down to the finish.
You could tell that was fake because mine wasn't that long. Big guest coming up next, Nige.
Yeah, Three Dog Night. Danny Hutton of Three Dog Night, one of the original founders, lead singer, coming up next. They're on the free stage tonight. We're out at the Indiana State Fair, sponsored by Wilson Farm
Cheers,
Market.
everybody,
Yeah,
cheers.
man. In the tap room. We'll be right back.
You ready to build your custom dream home? Check out Joyner Homes based out of Greenfield. See one of their model homes in person anytime. It is a great way for you to experience the customization and quality of a Joyner Homes custom built home. Plus, you can meet with a new home specialist to learn about their building process. Available lots if you don't already have one. Find out about floor plans and where they build. Model homes are open 7 days a week from noon to 5 and walk-ins are welcome. Find out more at joynerhomes.com.
Garage door problems? Call today for service today. Garage Doors of Indianapolis services all makes of garage doors 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call today for service today. 875-4577. Call today for service today. Get it fixed right now. Call Garage Doors of Indianapolis at 875-4577 or visit doorstoday.com.
In the morning, call 875-4577.
Service today?
Today.
Some things can steal your sunshine.
Ugh, I just got my hair done.
Sorry, the cooler's broken. Anyone see my flip-flops? Anyone?
But COVID-19 can steal a lot more.
I just took a COVID test. Ugh.
Prescription medications for COVID exist. If you test positive this summer, ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com/COVID-19 to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
The Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division has over $800 million just waiting to be claimed. Text Tamara and Nigel to 46220 or visit indianaunclaimed.gov to claim yours today.
Progressive's Auto Quote Explorer lets you easily compare direct rates from different insurance companies, so you can be confident you're getting the right one, even if it's not with Progressive. Way more confident than you were when you tried online gaming. Who knew 12-year-old boys could be so mean? And where did they learn to swear like that? 2 hours of losing to these underage trash talkers, and you're starting to question if maybe you really should stick to pickleball and other boomer stuff. So use Progressive's Auto Quote Explorer and be confident you're getting insurance that's right for you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
Has your house become a burden? Why not sell it to us? Simple Quarters is a local Christian company that loves to assist people in difficult situations. Simple Quarters has helped over 3,000 families sell their homes in Indiana.
Wanda's been in real estate. I've been in construction, so she would find properties that we could fix up and resell or rent.
Probably we've flipped about 40 houses. I don't want to do it anymore. Health is not good. We're in our early 80s. Sometimes you have to give it up.
James, he did a good job. James was very cordial and, like I say, responded to our phone calls and kept in contact with us. So he did a good job.
When I got the purchase agreement, and he did have things in there that was pertinent to me. It's important.
Yeah, James followed through on what he said. Did what he said he was going to do.
Yeah.
Other companies make broken promises, but at Simple Quarters, we keep our word. Sell your home to people you can trust. Call Simple Quarters at 317-900-HOME. 317-900-HOME.
Hi, this is Zach from Ingledow Tree Experts. When it comes to the health and beauty of your trees, trust Ingledow Tree Experts. Our certified arborists ensure your trees are trimmed, removed, and cared for with precision. Summer is the perfect time to schedule fall pruning. Call now for your free estimate and let us handle the hard work. 903-0102 or visit IngledowTreeExperts.com for more information. Ingledow Tree Experts, where your trees come first.
Check out what's going on with 93 WIBC.
Catch the first day with Terry Stacy live at the Indiana State Fair this Sunday, 11 to 1 at the Dairy Bar. Try the new key lime pie milkshake. Don't miss the 1,600-pound cheese sculpture in the Ag Hort building. Visit winnersdrinkmilk.com.
Coming up in 2 minutes from the Technology Recycler Studios right after Fox News. What a woman is facing that tragically struck a few months ago, his involvement in something violent that got him arrested, as well as 3 men who did it not once but twice. You'll hear about all of this here soon. You're listening to 93 WIBC. WIBC HD1 Indianapolis. It's 5 o'clock.
It's the worst day in weeks on Wall Street. I'm Chris Foster. Fox News stocks fell by the most since May. The Dow down 542 points, the S&P 101, the Nasdaq 472 after the announcement of new tariff rates and a weaker than expected jobs report.
Job creation was lower in most sectors, with just 73,000 new positions created last month. Unemployment nationally ticked up to 4.2%. Add to that the June job creation, which had been reported at 147,000 new positions. It was revised downward to just over 14,000.
Fox's Daria Albinger. Now President Trump has ordered that the Bureau of Labor Statistics Commissioner be fired, accusing her of faking and manipulating the jobs numbers. He's also again demanding that the Federal Reserve Bank lower interest rates. And a spot there's opening up for President to fill. Fed Governor Adriana Kugler is stepping down next week, early instead of January, not saying why in her resignation letter. A week after meeting with Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche, Ghilaine Maxwell is moved from Tallahassee, Florida, to a minimum security prison in Texas. No reasons given. She's serving 20 years as a Jeffrey Epstein sex trafficking accomplice.
Questions resurfaced after Attorney General Pam Bondi said they wouldn't be releasing any more files relating to the Epstein matter. President Trump said this past week he stopped associating with Epstein and kicked him out of his club after Epstein repeatedly poached his female spa staff at Mar-a-Lago over 20 years ago.
Fox's Jessica Rosenthal. A man accused of murdering a married couple in Arkansas is ordered held without bond after a short court appearance today. Police say he admits he did it. No word on motive.
He's charged with 2 counts of capital murder. Police say he stabbed Clinton and Kristen Brink on a hiking trail at Devil's Den State Park. They were with their 2 young daughters, 7 and 9 years old. Clinton was attacked first. Police say Kristen then rushed their kids to safety, then returned to help her husband and was also killed.
America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
3 people survived, but a girl did not. It's partly cloudy and 77 degrees in the circle with lows in the mid to upper 50s tonight. I'm Jake McDaniel. Here's what's trending at 5:02. A crash in Hanover happened at the intersection of 2 roads in mid-May. Dorothy Snell ran a red light and crashed into another vehicle. Her daughter was taken to a hospital, but she did not survive. Indiana State Police say Snell failed a sobriety test and that she did not put her daughter in a booster seat. Snell was taken to the Scott County Jail where she faces several criminal charges. An arrest has been in a shooting that happened in Marion this past weekend. John Herrick reports.
On Friday, state police announced that they arrested a 19-year-old man named Angel Rangel on Tuesday. Stephen Glass is a state police sergeant.
Following the comprehensive investigation into the shooting, detectives from the Indiana State Police established probable cause, which led the Grant County prosecutor to file charges against Rangel.
Glass says Rangel is the man who shot at someone else last Sunday, so a Marion officer fired his weapon at Rangel, and then Rangel fired back at him and got away briefly before being caught. Several homes in the area were hit with gunfire, but no one was hurt. Rangel's facing 2 counts of attempted murder. John Herrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
3 men are facing charges after 2 drive-by shootings in the southern part of the state. One happened at a food mart in November last year, and the other happened at a Rally's in March this year. Jaray Coleman, Jalen Belzer, and Quindarius Belzer were all arrested on Wednesday. The Indiana State Fair opened today with a focus focus on agriculture at the time when the industry is growing in Indiana. Ryan Hedrick talked with leaders at the fair.
It's a great time to be in agriculture. Indiana agriculture is becoming a national staple.
Lieutenant Governor Micah Beckwith, after cutting the ribbon to open the 168th Indiana State Fair, Governor Mike Braun says it's fitting for the fair to open just days after the USDA named Indy as one of its hubs.
We got to have more of this done where it's closer to the people. Maybe this is the pivot point to where we get to a better place.
Reporting from the Indiana State Fair, Ryan Hedrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
You've got traffic and weather in 1 minute. It's 5:04.
Pat Sullivan here for the Miscellaneous Corporation. I'm here with Michaela to talk about water damage. Water damage at your home or business can come from heavy rains, broken or frozen pipes, and countless other ways. Michaela, if someone has a loss due to water, why should they call Miscellaneous?
Miscellaneous is a local, family-owned Indianapolis company with 39 years experience. We are manning the phones and ready to help 24/7, 365. Miscellaneous specializes in water damage restoration, is IICRC certified, and will restore your home or business to pre-loss condition or better.
I know a big part of getting back to normal is dealing with the insurance company. Can Miscellaneous help there?
Yes, Miscellaneous works through the entire process on your behalf to make it easy and give you peace of mind.
If you have water damage, call the Miscellaneous Corporation. Water, storms, fire, and mold, life happens. Miscellaneous happens to help you through it. Text or call 844-FIXED-INDY. That's 844-FIXED-INDY. Make it Miscellaneous.
You've got WIBC traffic at 5:05. What's going on out there, Alan Green?
Hey, Jake, 65 southbound approaching 71st. We still have this accident blocking both lanes. Traffic is sneaking by on the right shoulder. There's a jam up from Meadowview Drive. And as a result, we have a Gapers delay 65 northbound between 56th and the Dogleg. On the southbound collector, a backup between Michigan and the South Split. 69 southbound at 82nd. A crash still blocking the left lane and traffic delays from 106th. This report brought to you by Rapid Radios. Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies with nationwide LTE coverage. For a limited time, get 60% off and free UPS shipping at rapidradios.com. Use code RADIO for an extra 5% off. I'm Alan Green. Follow us on X for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
And now your American Standard Cooling Weather Center forecast.
Another cool night in our region for tonight under mostly clear skies. Low temperatures will fall into the upper 50s. Saturday is set to be another fantastic early August day with lots of sunshine, some hazy skies, and a light northeasterly wind. We'll have temperatures in the upper 70s to even lower 80s. I'm Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Stephen Deanna for 93 WIBC.
I'm Jake McDaniel on the level on the go and on WIBC.com.
Hammer and Nigel.
Can you believe these characters are weirdos?
So let's rock it!
Hammer and Nigel show live out on the road. Indiana State Fairgrounds, sponsored by Wilson Farm Market inside the tap room. It is beautiful. It is beautiful outside. My name is Nigel. Jason Hammer is here. And Three Dog Night performing on the free stage tonight. One of many awesome bands performing over the next 2 weeks. We'll go to the hotline and bring on Danny Hutton of Three Dog Night, one of the original founders and lead singer. Danny, what a pleasure and honor to talk to an icon like you. How are you, and welcome back to Indiana?
Hey, we're really happy to be here. I think we have rained out 2 years in a row, so we finally made it.
You finally made it, and you are going to have a big crowd tonight, Danny. Tell us what it's like being the founder of a legendary band who has multi-generations now of fans, kids, grandkids, fathers, grandfathers coming to your show. Just talk about the band for a second and the career that you guys have had.
Well, we've been really lucky. We started in 68. And released our first album in 69, and we had 21 consecutive top 40 hits. So that helps us out when we were doing a set. We got to argue sometimes about the songs we're going to do when they have a time limit. But anybody coming out to see us, we do about every genre of music. We do easy listening, rock, country, We've been always charged #1 on the R&B charts. Went over London, England, recorded the London Symphony Orchestra. So we've been on symphony charts. So anybody out there, any kind of music you like, hopefully during the night we're going to hit it for you. And we love doing it. I love these outdoor things like this. There's so much fun, and usually the spirit of the audience is really good. They usually come with a smile on their face, and they hope we do well. And so do we.
Danny, I want to ask you sort of a backstage, behind-the-scenes question. My co-host right now is Jason Hammer. He's sitting right next to me. He's dying to ask you a question, but he can't because he's lost his voice completely. He feels fine. And he's a fan of the band, and you might have heard him laughing right there. How do you, as a lead singer, how's the guy, the main, the founder, I'm sure this problem has come up for you before in your legendary career. What do you do, and how do you get through it when you have a problem with your moneymaker, your voice?
That's my wife hates it when I get home because I like it up to about 78 at night, and she likes it cold. When I go to hotels, the moment I walk in, I don't care how hot it is outside. That's the main thing, is to don't be inhaling cold air. That thing of putting blankets on yourself and saying I'm warm. It's your mouth, especially if your money maker is your mouth. That's one thing I do. And I wash my hands a lot. And other than that, you have to cross your fingers. Just once in a while it happens. But we have. Especially me, I haven't lowered the key. A lot of bands come out and they end up lowering the key in their songs and all that stuff. And I'm singing a little higher than I did when I was 23. I don't mean higher that way. I mean vocally higher.
Danny Hutton of Three Dog Night performing on the free stage here tonight at the Indiana State Fair. We have been having a constant argument all week on the signature Three Dog Night song, whether it be One or Joy to the World or Mama Told Me Not to Come or any of the other dozens and dozens and dozens of songs. Help us out here. I don't even know what question to ask. What is the signature Three Dog Night song, and what do the fans respond to the most?
It depends on what country you're in. In England, it was Mama Told Me Not to Come. In the United States, we sold 10 million records, and it was Joy of the World. I think in Japan, it's Old Fashioned Love Song. In Germany, it's another song. They're different. And I don't have any favorites. And people will say, well, don't you get tired of singing Joy of the World? And when we first recorded that song, I went, this is a crazy song. I don't know what's going to happen with it. And it was fun doing it in the studio. And on that album that was the third release. We released 2 other songs already. And then the people started phoning from all over the country. And it's our signature song in the United States, and I love doing it. I never get tired of it because the audience usually just explodes, and it's a wonderful feeling. So I like it. But if you want to know, one of my favorite unappreciated songs is called "I Can Hear You Calling." That wasn't a hit, and I think it's such a funky track. You guys, you don't have to play it, but play it if you get a chance. Play that song at home, and that is really a funky happening song, and it just didn't become a single. But you never know that. You never know. I think almost every album we did, the second or third song on the album ended up being a hit, and we'd always put the first song on the album, and it was never usually the hit, the one we got. So it's all up to the public. We're not here to make ourselves happy. We're here to make the audience happy. We're here to serve the audience, and that's I don't like it with some groups say I don't want to do my singles, man, because I'm getting tired. We don't want to get into that kind of stuff because people drive 150 miles to see us sometimes, and even then, if we don't get the song in that they will get married to, get angry.
Yeah.
So we
Danny,
try to,
Danny, before we let you go, I want to be respectful of your time because I know you have a show tonight, free show tonight, Three Dog Night at the Indiana State Fair. Do you still, at this time of your life, in your career, still get the same kind of adrenaline and emotion going on stage as you did back, when you created the band in 1968? Is that energy still there for you all these years later?
It is every night. Yeah. In fact, you've been doing announcing, and I'm starting to change what I want to say, and I have to practice it. It keeps you on your toes doing it, and I love doing it. But we have a new album. Believe it or not, we finished a new album, and we're really proud of it. It's, the album's called Enter, and we're going to do one of the new songs from the album tonight. So people near the end of the set. And I hope they like it. So far, people really seem to enjoy it. So that's fun for us. And we're gonna slide in a couple of new songs during the next year, and that keeps you on your toes.
Danny Hutton, Three Dog Night, performing live on the free stage at the Indiana State Fairground. My name's Nigel. Jason Hammer is here. You're speaking with the Hammer and Nigel show. You're an icon. We just feel so honored to be able to talk to you, and we're big fans, and have a great show tonight. I know the past few times you've been here, it hasn't worked out. You're looking at a beautiful, gorgeous night in Indianapolis tonight. Danny Hutton of Three Dog Night, thank you so much, and have a great show tonight.
All right, thank you very much. We're going to do our best, and hopefully everybody just leaves with a big smile on their face. That's what we aim to do. Forget about the outside world and all of the politics and the wars and all that stuff. Let's just go out and just have an hour and a half of music and having fun.
Love it. Love it. Alan Green, what's going on with traffic?
Well, what's going on in traffic? On 69 southbound at 82nd, we still have a crash that's got the left lane blocked, and traffic is backed up from 106th. Things are improving a little bit on 65 southbound, and this is at 82nd there. We have a crash that's got the left lane blocked, and traffic is backed up a long way, but it's in the clearing stages. And this report's brought to you by Rapid Radios. Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies with nationwide LTE coverage. For a limited time, get 60% off and free UPS shipping at rapidradios.com. Use code RADIO for an extra 5% off. I'm Alan Green. Follow us on X for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
78, mostly sunny at the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. Hammer and Nigel live at the Indiana State Fair. Are you okay with this? Next.
There's something timeless about radio. It's where stories are told, ideas are shared, and communities stay connected. Our generation grew up with it, and we still believe in the power of tuning in. At Howard Bailey Financial, we believe planning for retirement should feel just as familiar and trusted. That's why we're bringing real conversations and practical advice to the airwaves. Join us every Sunday at 9 p.m. for our Retire with Purpose Radio Hour, right here on 93.1 WIBC. We'll talk about what really matters in retirement, income you can count on, choices you can feel good about, and a future that reflects your values. Because some things, like good planning and good radio, never go out of style. Howard Bailey Financial, retirement planning that speaks your language. Howard Bailey Securities, LLC is an independent financial services firm and uses a variety of different investment strategies. Please see disclosures at howardbailey.com. The Retire with Purpose Radio Hour is a paid placement on each airing station.
The heat outside does not have to be the heat inside. Masters Heating and Cooling is here to help. I use Masters Heating and Cooling in my home. David, the general manager, and the entire Masters team take care of my family. They've replaced parts of my system, serviced parts of my system, and everything is running in tip-top condition. My house feels amazing. Right now, you can get $1,000 off a new AC system system. We're talking about a full system replacement here. $100 off electric, $250 off hybrid, and $500 off tankless water heaters. Talk to Masters Heating and Cooling today. They have 0% financing for up to 60 months with qualified system purchases. Terms and conditions for all offers. Restrictions apply. Call for details. Masters Heating and Cooling. They'll take care of your HVAC and help you out 24/7. Call 317-567-9505. Tell them Tony Cat sent you. 317-567-9505. Masters Heating and Cooling. 567-9505 or online at mastersindy.com. That's mastersindy.com.
Luxury awaits you at Tom Roush Lincoln and Fishers. Come see the full line of breathtaking Lincoln vehicles at Indiana's premier Lincoln dealership. From the moment you arrive at Tom Roush Lincoln, you'll know you've arrived. Shop over 200 new Lincolns in our state-of-the-art family-owned and operated dealership with no pressure. Just the award-winning service and respect you deserve. Plus, with any new Lincoln, your first 5 oil changes are on us. Luxury awaits you at Tom Roush Lincoln and Fishers.
First 5 oil changes complimentary with any new Lincoln purchase or lease. See dealer for complete details.
Hi, it's T. Brian Hayes here from the Retirement Money Matter Show. Well, it's back to school time. Back to school time is not just for kids anymore, especially this year. With so many changes each and every year in the retirement planning arena, you simply have to make sure you go back to school to keep informed. So join me this weekend as we educate you on the many changes in the retirement planning arena lately and help you adapt properly. In addition, we will inform you about some retirement deadlines that are fast approaching for this year. The Retirement Money Matter Show airs this Saturday morning at 6 a.m. right here on WIBC.
Some things can steal your sunshine.
Ugh, I just got my hair done.
Sorry, the cooler's broken.
Anyone see my flip-flops? Anyone?
But COVID-19 can steal a lot more.
I just took a COVID test. Ugh.
Prescription medications for COVID exist. If you test positive this summer, ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com/COVID-19 to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Quality Supply and Tool is the place for pros, whether you are one during the week or you just want to work like one on weekends. And right now at all 4 Quality Supply and Tool locations, Indianapolis, Jeffersonville, Bloomington, and West Lafayette, save on DeWalt 20-volt max kits like the hammer drill and impact driver with Flex Fold Advantage. The combo kit is only $299. That's $100 savings. And buy DeWalt's Tough System 4-in-1 or 5-in-1 modular workstation and get 2 2-drawer units free. Prices are good through September 26th or while supplies last. Quality Supply and Tool thinks outside the box. Store.
Inside Indiana Business Radio, the news you need to get ahead. Indiana's business news leader, weekdays at 6:32 a.m. and 5:56 p.m. on WIBC.
Are you really okay with this? Are you okay?
Everything's gonna be okay.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
I'm pretty far from okay.
Are you okay with this? On the Hammer and Nigel Show.
Oh, yeah!
Hammer and Nigel Roadshow live out of the Indiana State Fair. We're in the tap room, sponsored by Wilson Farm Market. One of our favorite broadcasts of the year. Let's see if Hammer can make it through this. He's got a bad voice right now. Sounds like you've got, I don't want to say a frog in your throat, but possibly like a lizard or some sort of alligator in your throat.
Somebody posted on our YouTube chat, why is Nigel hosting with Marge Simpson?
Okay, so IU has announced they will be inducting MLB star and Indiana University product Kyle Schwarber into their Athletic Hall of Fame. However, Schwarber has asked the university to defer his induction to another time because his team, the Phillies, has a game on September 5th, which is the day of the ceremony. That makes sense. You're okay with that, right?
Yeah. I mean, he wants to be there to be inducted. So sure, absolutely.
Yeah, IU has to make accommodations for that.
And come on, you have to think, when you're doing your Athletic Hall of Fame, why would you have your marquee member of that class be put in on a day on the Major League Baseball calendar?
I know.
Right? That's such a dumb... Whoever's running the marketing department there needs a good finger wagging. But the Phillies have a game against the Marlins that day. And the Phillies are one of the best teams in baseball. So they're going to be in the playoff hunt. So he can't miss this game. But good for Kyle Schwarber, though. One of the good dudes in baseball. Kind of breaks my heart. He's not doing all these things in a Cubby uniform like he was in the first part of his career. But no, he's one of the good dudes. And I don't know if you saw the photo of his family at the All-Star game.
Yeah.
He's got a son that's maybe 1 or 2 years old, and it looks just like him. Like, he's big, he's strong, he's got like a little surly look to him. Kyle Schwarber's 1-year-old could hit cleanup on most teams right now.
Ohio governor, you're not going to like this one. The governor of Ohio, Mike DeWine, is calling for a, quote, prop bets ban amid some sort of ongoing Cleveland Guardians sports betting investigation. There's 2 players that are suspended as part of an investigation into potential sports betting scandals, and the governor wants player prop bets banned in the state. What are prop bets, and who are these players?
So prop bets are like in sports betting when you're betting on the individual players' numbers.
Yeah.
So normally you would bet on the team to win, team to lose, team to cover the spread. But a prop bet is usually about a player's specific number. So let's just say I'm a Cleveland Guardians pitcher, the artist formerly known as the Cleveland Indians. And there's a prop bet out there, propositional bet, that says Jason Hammer will have 3.5 strikeouts over or under in the game.
Okay.
What I could do is tell all my friends, hey, I'll go out there and just throw meatballs and get ground balls. You know, and people are doing this, and they're tanking the numbers. You're seeing it in the NBA, too. You can bet over, under on, like, made three-pointers. There's a dude from the Raptors that was telling all of his buddies, bet the under. And he'd go out there and just brick and fake an injury and come out of the game. So the prop bets are a problem in sports, but to take it away from everybody, no, I can't do that. So based on this logic, if somebody gets a DUI, we're supposed to ban alcohol?
Is that the logic we're using here?
That's what the governor of Ohio thinks, because a couple idiots have abused prop bets that may play Major League Baseball, these Indians pitchers. They expect degenerates like me to say, well, I guess I can't have it either. No. That's not how this works. I am not okay with that.
All right, one more. I want to get to this one because this is pretty horrifying. The Department of Energy announced that a radioactive wasp's nest was found outside a nuclear facility in South Carolina. They say not to worry. It's no big deal. Are you okay with this?
No. Radioactive wasps. I am not okay with that.
I'm not okay with wasps in general.
And I love they say it's no big deal. Like, what are they supposed to say? When reached for comment, the Department of Energy said, sweet Jesus, run for your lives. No. They can't say that. Listen, I come from a line of people that don't like bees.
Yeah,
I don't
me too.
like bees.
Yeah.
I don't like wasps.
Nope.
My oldest son, Chris Hammer, it's his kryptonite. He cannot stand these things. He's not scared of anything, but if a wasp or a bee gets in his house, he curls up in the fetal position.
Yeah, me too.
And radioactive bees or radioactive wasps, that's even scarier because much like that year that we had the murder hornets.
Ooh, I forgot about the murder hornets. Yeah.
When you put the word murder or radioactive in front of something, it just makes it that much scarier.
Right.
And here's an example of what I'm talking about. I had our news director, John Herrick, take some very basic words that are not scary, but he puts the word radioactive in front of them, and now I want to run for my life. Kylan?
Radioactive hot dogs. Radioactive baby wipes. Radioactive beans. Radioactive weasels. Radioactive condoms.
I'm scared of all of those things. I'm scared of all of those things. Now, again, jumping in the time machine, murder is the same way. Murder is scary. Hornets were scary.
Wasn't the murder hornets, wasn't that around the time of COVID, too, when we were dealing with all that crap?
We had a lot going on.
Like on top of everything else, now the murder hornets.
But if you remember, we had our old news guy, Stan Lear, who used to be the voice of our program. We did the same drill. We took some basic, non-scary words, but we made them horrifying by putting the word murder in front of it.
Murder biscuits.
murder towels, murder gerbils, murder waffles, murder underpants.
I'm scared of all those things.
I'm scared of murder gerbils, of course. That sounds terrifying to me.
You put radioactive in front of anything, you put murder in front of anything, it's frightening. Just like the sound of my voice right now, it's frightening.
Are we doing Beer Sample Friday or what? Is that going to happen or what's going on?
We're going to start a little early. The official Beer Sample Friday isn't until around 5:45.
Okay.
But they've brought some beverages over. We've got the folks from Wilson Farm Market ready to rock and roll with us. And I say we kickstart the weekend, Nigel. What do you think?
Let's do it.
We're going to do that right after we have a look at the news.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
What he is doing. It is partly cloudy and 78 degrees in downtown Indy. Low is 58. I'm Jake McDaniel. Here's what's trending at 529. Indiana Governor Mike Braun made an announcement today regarding deportations. John Herrick reports.
Braun says several agencies will collaborate with federal immigration leaders to deport people who are in the country illegally. Those include the Indiana Department of Homeland Security, State Police, and the National Guard. As part of that agreement, the Indiana Department of Correction will provide up to 1,000 beds at the Miami Correctional Facility for detainees. John Herrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
A man is facing consequences for groping a woman at a horror convention in New Jersey. Here's Fox's Michelle Polino.
Gary Busey has pleaded guilty to one count of fourth-degree criminal sexual contact. The plea stems from an incident at the Monster Mania convention in Cherry Hill, New Jersey, August 13th. 2022. During a Zoom hearing Thursday, the Lethal Weapon actor admitted to inappropriately touching a woman at the event, which took place at the DoubleTree Hotel. The 81-year-old actor had originally faced 4 charges, 2 counts of criminal sexual contact, 1 count of attempted criminal sexual contact, and 1 count of harassment. 3 were dropped under the plea agreement. He now faces fines and 1 to 5 years of probation, with sentencing set for September 18th. Michelle Polino, Fox News.
You're paying an average of $3.26 a gallon of gas in Indiana today, says Gas Buddy. That's up 17 cents from last week, up 6 cents from last month, and 11 cents above the national average. The cheapest gas is in Chesterfield at $2.56, but you can only pay with cash. If you'd rather pay with card, then Daleville is where it's at $2.61. The USDA's move to bring a hub to Indy along with the start of the state fair is a clear sign we need to focus on boosting Indiana's agriculture industry, says Lieutenant Governor Micah Beckwith.
It's a great time to be in agriculture. Indiana agriculture is becoming a national staple. With USDA moving here, one of their hubs here, just the innovation through Purdue and what we're seeing coming out of this college of the next generation.
The state fair runs through August 17th, showcasing top agriculture innovations. Beckwith was there Friday for the opening. With traffic at 531, here's Alan Green.
Hi, Jay. 65 southbound approaching 71st. A crash still blocking the left lane. A tow is on the scene. The traffic still backed up from Meadowview Drive. 65 northbound slows Raymond to the south split through the construction. Southbound Collector is heavy from Michigan to the south split. 69 southbound delays between 106th and 82nd where there was an earlier crash. And 465 southbound slows from 70 to 74. This report brought to you by Indy Decorative Concrete. Make summer nights unforgettable with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get 50% off a stunning fire pit with their best stamped concrete patio package. Hurry, offer ends September 1st. Visit IndyDecorativeConcrete.com. I'm Alan Green. Follow us on X for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Thank you, Alan. And now here's the forecast from the American Standard Cooling Weather Center.
A cool and mostly clear Friday night is ahead with lows in the upper 50s. Another fantastic day coming up for Saturday with highs in the upper 70s to low 80s. Some hazy skies and a light northeasterly wind. I'm Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Stephen Deanna for 93 WIBC.
I'm Jake McDaniel on the level on the go and on WIBC.com.
I can hear you calling. You're listening to the Hammer and Nigel Show.
Back at the Indiana State Fair, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! I think that's about as best as my voice has sounded all afternoon.
And it's pretty good, man. My name is Nigel. Jason Hammer is here. Sponsored by Wilson Farm Market. And we have the man, the myth, the legend who has put this all together for us, Scott Wilson of Wilson Farm Market.
Give it up for my man.
Sitting right next to us here, going to enjoy some beer with us. How are you doing, man? Well, we're not doing really well with the microphone there, Devin. How are we doing now?
What do we got now?
There we go.
We're cooking. Let's go.
Dude, what's going on, man?
Not a whole lot, believe it or not. Like 45 minutes ago was in the field picking corn for tomorrow's fair.
Like when we say like the state fair runs on Wilson Farm Market corn, like how much corn are we talking about here?
Yesterday, we delivered late last night, and it was 224 dozen bags for the entire grounds.
Good Lord.
Yeah, so we hit up every booth. We like to come in pre-opening day. Opening day is a little crazy, so we just try to get in and get out.
Where's your facility, or where are your
crops?
Where's your crops? Where's your land?
Northern Hamilton County. So if you look on a map, the actual market is exactly halfway between Indy and Kokomo.
And how is it delivered to the fair? All right.
Believe it or not, an open gooseneck. We just pyramid stack it, no strap, drive it down 31, bring it in.
You mean actual hard work?
Yeah.
Huh. It's almost like people that work in farming.
First of the season, I tear a tendon in my pinky doing corn.
Oh, like we always hear farmers that get up early, they do the hardest work, it's a rough life. All of that's true, or there's some myths, is that not true enough?
Well, I think you guys enjoy what you do, and a farmer enjoys I enjoy what I do. You know, I graduated Ball State in '99.
There we go.
Chirp, chirp.
Chirp, chirp. We probably had some beverages together.
Probably. Come back to the family business. You know, I'm third gen. If you enjoy your job, it's not hard. You know, and that's what you guys get up every day and do your job, and you have fun. I listen to you every day. You know, I get up and go, there's days where you have a rough day, like maybe you lose your voice and it's a struggle to talk on the air.
Right.
But I get up every day and I'm ready to go. I enjoy it.
What time? What time do you get up every day?
It depends. It's variable. Tomorrow will be 4:30 because we'll have a couple farmers markets. We'll have to get out the door. Yeah. Plus, then we make the delivery here.
So we've talked about the corn, and I want to get into this corn eating competition coming up here in just a little bit because I have to redeem myself. But what else does your market do?
Well, we have like 120 different cheeses. We fry chicken, have a full deli.
Hold on, stop right there. 120 different cheeses?
Yeah, 120 is rough because some of them will end up out of stock. So I think it's really like 132.
Oh.
A lot. I mean, everything, scorpion cheese to plain old Colby Jack.
You could have said 10 cheeses and I would have been like, yeah.
Yeah.
That's just a lot of cheeses.
An absolute pile of cheese. Plus we bake, have a lot of bulk food, stuff you can't find other places. Plus homegrown produce, obviously. I grow sweet corn, green beans, and handle other Indiana stuff.
Like, I feel pretty proud because Crystal and I have a garden in the backyard. Like, we actually had some peppers grow. I was doing a victory lap around the house. Crystal was walking around doing the strut like George Jefferson, Vince McMahon. I can't imagine the kind of joy you feel when you have a good crop.
It is a real struggle, you know, and it's things that are out of your control, whether it's the weather. You know, I've got some mid-season crops that it's the worst thing I've ever had, and that's part of it. You know, you take the good with the bad, feasting the famine.
How do you operate? How did you learn to operate your business on a gigantic scale?
Well,
the way you do. I know you said you're third generation, and so you've learned from your forefathers. But I mean, for somebody that just kind of does it like in their backyard to somebody like you, it's a different animal, isn't it?
It is, and you know, we're looking at the end of May and early June trying to figure out how to plant, how and what to plant for a fair that's now. So there's a lot of unknowns.
So you don't plant some of this stuff until May or June?
Right, yeah. We're talking in the spring, and then you're dealing with the spring weather, and then I gamble on different hybrids, and you know we're going into one that's going to be a little smaller than normal, but I needed to get it in. It had a shorter maturity days, so there's a number of days that corn grow before it matures. I just had to sneak one in that was shorter. It's going to be a little smaller here. Mother Nature controls it. It's not me.
I was going to say, when we have a stretch like we had for about 2 weeks where it was 95 every day, no rain, is that just like a killer?
It's tough. I mean, it's hard on all the crops, just not me. I mean, you see what it does to your lawn. Your lawn gets cooked up brown. Now,
but do you have instruments that water, right?
No, I do not have irrigation. I have irrigation from the good Lord.
Yeah.
I mean,
okay,
hope that it rains. That's it.
Am I imagining that there's something like that for farmers?
Absolutely, yeah. Center pivot irrigation. There's different types.
But you don't have that.
I do not have it.
Speaking with Scott Wilson of Wilson Farm Market, providing, let's be honest, the corn for the Indiana State Fair. Now, there are some states where they kind of are casual about corn, but if you're talking Iowa, you're talking Indiana, that's a big deal.
People are serious about it. They're not. It's not a joke. They are serious. And when you think of the fair, that's what you think of. I mean, you can see on some of the posters around how much there's a huge area of corn being advertised, and that's just part of it. That's the country. That's Indiana.
Do you operate and distribute outside of Indiana?
No, we used to. There was a period of time where we sold to Marsh and Meyer both, and I just would rather do the fair. My family's out here. They have 4 corn booths. My brother does concessions, so he's roasting. So it's, I sell him the corn, but it's truly, it's really him and I are 3rd generation doing that, 4th generation farmers.
Does everybody love it like you do?
I would say for the most part, you don't really run into people that, and everybody's got their favorite grower, but we're all growing really the same stuff.
I mean, your name is on your company.
That's right.
Like, what if there's a son or a brother that's like, you know what? I think corn sucks.
We don't have that in my family.
Okay.
All my kids are, they're all down with the corn.
I'm more of a butter guy myself. I'm out. We're speaking with Scott Wilson, Wilson Farm Market. I've noticed on the promotional website for the Indiana State Fair, Wilson's corn eating competition. Tell me about this. How does this look?
And have you participated in
absolutely
it before?
Not participated.
Well, I don't think anybody beat you.
No way.
No?
I'm not even partaking.
Okay.
Not a chance. I'll tell you, they called me from the fair. My brother was, I think, instigated the whole deal because they were wanting to have a corn eating contest. So he's here roasting, so most likely he will roast the corn. I'm giving the corn, that's kind of where we're at. We've had a long relationship with the Indiana State Fair. My parents were out here a long time, now my brother, and so it's a kind of a multi-year type of thing.
So in Forrest Gump, right, when you hear Bubba talking about the shrimp, I know everything there is to know about the shrimping business, and he rattles off all these types of shrimp. Could you do that with corn?
I mean, I would try, but I'm really the sweet corn. That's just it.
Things that you make with corn, all that kind of stuff.
I don't know. I would no.
Okay, here's
moonshine. I don't know. I bet you know how to make a good moonshine.
I saw the Sun King cotton candy drink here, and I'm pretty sure there was a period of time I sold them sweet corn, and they made a sweet corn.
You're kidding?
Yeah, sweet corn beer, which is a thing. They've made sweet corn ice cream.
Because I'm a Tennessee Vol guy. My wife went to school there. And I think I just blew her mind the other day. The song Rocky Top is really about the murder of 2 federal agents going up to the top of the mountain that were looking for the moonshine still.
Jeez.
And that's why strangers ain't came down from Rocky Top and people drink their corn from a jar.
I'm sure that you can use sweet corn in that type of distillation process. But
here's the question. Do you prefer to eat corn right off the cob? Do you set the corn on the butter and turn it and put the salt on it? Or do you maybe look down at people that turn the corn cob on its side and cut the corn off of the cob?
Unless you have braces, you can't cut it off the cob.
Okay, that's my answer.
You're not going to be George Costanza cutting up your candy.
Yeah, come on.
So cutting it off the cob, standing it perpendicular with a knife.
No chance.
Do you look down on people that do
I'm going
that?
to give you a side eye on that.
Hey,
I love it.
Do you want to stick around and officially kickstart the weekend with Beer Sample Friday with us?
Let's do it.
All right, we're going to take a little break here, but when we come back, the weekend will officially be underway as we get Beer Sample Friday fired up here in the tap room at the Indiana State Fair. Thank you so much to Wilson Farm Market for sponsoring our broadcast. Beers plenty. Next.
When people think sleep apnea, they think CPAP. Now at Advent, we do all we can to help sleep apnea sufferers avoid the CPAP machine. And most sleep apnea sufferers who come to Advent are going to be able to avoid a CPAP altogether. Our unique Advent approach using simple in-office solutions can get your nose working and throat open all under one roof. You see, the root of every snoring and obstructive sleep apnea problem lies within the throat, nose, or both. At Advent, we know when we get the nose and throat working properly, most snoring and sleep apnea problems will subside. And we have the most simple and convenient, ultra-effective in-office solutions that can do just that. And this is why people have traveled by planes, trains, and automobiles from corners of the world you would never think of to find the sleep apnea and snoring relief you won't find elsewhere.
Go to adventknows.com to schedule your appointment, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better. AdventKnows.com. Most insurance accepted.
Hey, Matt Bear here for Trajan Wealth. I need a peace of mind in my retirement portfolio, and I found it with Trajan Wealth, your fiduciary advisors. If you're looking for the same, let me tell you about a must-see movie event hosted by Trajan. It's called Retirement on the Brink, an eye-opening documentary that highlights the risks that could derail your future in retirement. My friends at Trajan invite you to this one-night-only event, September 25th, at Flick's Brewhouse in Carmel. Book your VIP ticket by calling 800-670-0366 or go to retirementonthebrink.com. It's for anyone nearing retirement or just wanting to put together a roadmap for their personal wealth management. You'll hear about strategies to safeguard your financial future. Go to retirementonthebrink.com to reserve your VIP seat now or call 800-670-0366. Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. Paid advertisement.
This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell is the largest family law firm in the country with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. That does give us certain advantages, for example, in experience and resources. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. If you're a guy facing divorce, remember, Cordell & Cordell, a partner you can count on.
101 West Ohio, Indianapolis. CordellCordell.com.
Okay, we are running a car drive right now to help veterans all across America. So if you have an old car, truck, or van, even a motorcycle or an RV sitting around, you can right now give it away and help the vets. They really need your help. And your car will help support the vets and their families. And guess what? You even get a tax donation. Plus, we'll even come and pick up your car for free. And all you've got to do is pick up your phone right now and make a free call. Now is the perfect time to do something good for the vets. Give back to the vets right now for all they've done for this country. And your old car can really help them. So call the Veterans Car Donation Program right now for free pickup of your vehicle. Help the vets and help your taxes at the same time. Call right now.
800-883-3024. 800-883-3024. 800-883-3024. That's 800-883-3024.
The Attorney General's office wants to put your money back in your pocket. Visit indianaunclaimed.gov and search for yourself, your loved ones, or your business. It's fast, easy, and free.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies with national LTE coverage. Go to rapidradios.com and you'll get up to 60% off, free UPS shipping. Add code RADIO for an additional 5% off.
The golf outing powered by Franciscan Health is teeing off next week, Thursday, August 7th at the Legends Golf Club in Franklin. Think chill drinks, killer views, and nothing but good times on the green. Spots are going fast. Go to 1075thefan.com to save yours.
Green, what's going on, man?
Hey, Hammer, on 465 on the west side, northbound at 38th, we have a crash blocking 3 left lanes. Traffic is backed up from 34th anyway. And on the south side, we have the left lane blocked to assist with that crash. 65 northbound, heavy from Raymond to the south split. Southbound 65 backs up between Meadowview Drive and 71st from an earlier accident. And 69 southbound slows 106 to 82nd, partly from an earlier crash there. This report brought to you by Indy Decorative Concrete. Make summer nights unforgettable with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get 50% off a stunning fire pit with their best stamped concrete patio package. Hurry, offer ends September 1st. Visit IndyDecorativeConcrete.com. I'm Alan Green. Follow us on X for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
57, mostly sunny here at the Indiana State Fair. Time to kick off Beer Sample Friday.
But now,
Nigel presents
Beer Sample!
Fry.
I got some beers. Let's drink them, huh?
Beer's on sale, people. Come down, get you some.
Beer Sample Friday proudly presented by Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus. And this broadcast is proudly presented by Wilson Farm Market. We have the man, Scott Wilson of Wilson Farm Market, here inside the tap room at the Indiana State Fairgrounds. Day one, opening day of the Indiana State Fair. Hammer and I's favorite broadcast of the year in terms of live broadcasts. Scott Wilson of Wilson Farm Market. Where can people find out more about you, what you do? Where can people buy your product? Besides here at the Indiana State Fair, obviously.
Right. Check out my brother's places here. We do the Noblesville Farmers Market, the Denver Farmers Market.
Yeah.
Our main location is at 256th and 31 north of Westfield.
Okay.
And then we have a small satellite store in Westfield or in Sheridan on 47. We kind of branched out a little bit. So that's kind of the main things. We wholesale some produce, but
Best movie about corn. Is it Field of Dreams? Is it Children of the Corn?
Oh, Children of the Corn. Okay. Let's go.
That is a great question. All right, should we do some Beer Simple Friday because the people from our
the tap room here,
the tap room dropped off State Fair cotton candy from Sun King and pineapple whip, shake up, bubbly cocktail.
Pineapple whip. You're in concessions taking care of us.
All right.
Crack it open, Nige.
All right, I'm gonna crack the whip open. Scott, you and I are gonna do the whip. You want to do the whip?
Whip. With a hard H.
Let's do it.
Whip. Do the whip. I'm going to pour this in here.
You do that. I'm going to open up this State Fair cotton candy.
Oh, I kind of want some of that, too.
Man. Look at this.
All right, cheers.
Look at this, Nige.
Cheers, fellas.
There you go.
So we've got the pineapple, we got the pineapple whip, the shake up, bubbly cocktail, and then we've got the State Fair cotton candy from Sun King. Cheers. Happy Friday, kicking off the State Fair for everybody here in the tap room.
Everybody get your drinks up.
Fun. Get your drinks
up. On a count of three, we're going to do a cheers. 1, 2, 3. Cheers.
Pineapple's good.
Oh, man.
That's good.
Pineapple shake up. Oh, my goodness.
Cotton candy is good. Beer is good. You
get
get these together, it's like somebody's having a baby in my mouth. It's so fantastic. This is awesome. Awesome.
Oh, man.
I don't know if there's any corn in this, but it's pretty damn good.
It's pretty good.
Give me a good Ball State story.
Oh, man.
Oh, boy. We got two boys from Ball State here.
Oh, man.
I ended
up on the front page of the daily paper, which probably doesn't exist anymore.
For
the philanthropic bed race that Delta Zeta put on, I believe.
I remember that, yeah.
Yes, dressed as a female and got pushed by 4 guys in togas. So that's
okay.
How about that?
See, J.D. Vance had a picture of himself doing that kind of thing, and he became the vice president.
There you go.
What do you know? What about you? Come on, you got to have one good story about Ball State. We got 2 Ball State Cardinals here. Chirp, chirp.
My first fake ID was hanging up on the wall at the Muncie liquor store on the wall of shame. There was myself. There was the Watson's girls. There was a couple of other ones up there. And for those wondering, the name on my fake ID was Colin McAtee, 2850 Aspen Road, Lexington, Kentucky. Boom.
Somewhere Colin McAtee is talking about the fact that, this guy named Jason Hammer used my ID all the time back in the day.
I kind of looked like him, but I kind of didn't. He was on the baseball team at Ball State. And he was a good dude. Lived on my floor my freshman year. But one more time, for the fine folks listening to this broadcast that are going to come out to the fair and they have their options of all these different food places, where should they go?
Oh, man, there's a lot of good choices. I hate to shamelessly plug my brother. I think he could.
Shamelessly plug your brother.
I think he roasts the corn the best way. My corn's at every booth, but I think his roasters are probably the best. He does soft pretzels, and right. We make pretzel bread at the market, and we transferred that into
Okay. Kylan, fire up the music, Kylan. Where can we find the Wilson Farm Market?
256 and 31, wilsonfarmmarket.com, and on Facebook, Wilson Farm Market.
It's been an honor, man. Thank you for sponsoring this event today, man.
The weekend is underway at the Indiana State.
Hell yeah!
Everybody, cheers!
Cheers!
The Hammer and Nigel Show.
Well, check this out. August is Pet Appreciation Month. Really, are you supposed to appreciate those little stinkers when they poop or pee on the carpet because you oversleep 5 whole minutes? This is Denny Smith, and let's appreciate the folks that help you really clean up things after those little accidents. I'm talking about Zero Res. Before we get any deeper into summer, you can get 3 rooms Zero Resified for $129, get 15% off pet odor treatments, and $50 off air duct cleaning too. And they can handle virtually every surface in your home from floors to air ducts. Zero Res means zero residue, and it's in the water they use. The unique ZR water uses no soap, no harsh chemicals, and leaves no residue, just healthy, fresh surfaces. Zero Res cleans our floors, and I'll tell you that it's simply amazing, and it works. Call now. Mention WIBC, you'll get 3 rooms cleaned for $129. Get 15% off the pet odor treatments and $50 off air duct cleaning. 317-388-5141, ZeroResIndy.com. Hi, this is Denny Smith for Exercise Inc. I've been working out there now for nearly 2 decades, and let me tell you, it works. I'm in my 70s now, and I'm doing things on the farm that I couldn't even do in my 40s. Lifting and carrying, working the way I want to, without worrying if my body can keep up. Now that's real strength. That's real results. What makes Exercise Inc. different? Well, it's the people. The professional staff, many with over 15 years of experience, know exactly how to guide me, support me, and push me to be my very strongest because they know what works. It only takes 20 minutes a week. No wasted time, no crowded gyms, just real results. If you're tired of feeling weaker, if you want more energy and strength for everyday life, give this a try. The consultation is free, and I can promise you it's worth it. Exercise Inc. It's helped me stay strong for nearly 20 years. They can help you too. Go to exerciseinc.com today to sign up. They've got locations in Avon, Brownsburg, Zionsville, and Greenwood, and in Fishers too. That's exerciseinc.com.
An official message from Medicare.
I turned 65 this year. I knew it was time to figure out Medicare, and I had questions, like when to enroll and how to enroll. So I went straight to the official source, Medicare.gov, to get the facts about Medicare. I found answers to all my questions, and I'm ready to get started. And so can you. Just go to Medicare.gov to get the real facts about Medicare.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
An official message from Medicare.
I'm saving money on my Medicare prescriptions. Maybe you can save too. With Medicare's Extra Help program, my premium is $0 and my out-of-pocket costs are low. Who should apply? Single people making less than $24,000 a year, or married couples who make less than $32,000. Even if you don't think you qualify, it pays to find out.
Go to ssa.gov/extrahelp. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Nobody cares for you like family. Family Heating and Air.
Hi, this is Malia with Family Heating and Air, and as a mom myself, I know it's really important to keep the kiddos healthy. Air quality, humidity, those are super big issues on my concern list. If you share any of these concerns, give family a call, 317-577-8077.
Family Heating and Air is your trusted local independent American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer.
This is Inside Indiana Business Radio. I'm Alex Brown. Leaders from across Indiana gathered in Elkhart this week for the Indiana Conference of Mayors annual conference, where a session titled Building Public-Private Partnerships for Housing and Quality of Life spotlighted Elkhart's multi-decade strategy to transform itself from a manufacturing hub into a livable, culturally vibrant city through intentional collaboration between the public, private, and philanthropic sectors. Dave Weaver, founder of We Impact, a key development partner in Elkhart's River District, said the projects emerging from these partnerships aim to redefine what civic pride looks like.
We're all trying to establish our communities as great places to live. We want our communities to be much more livable and lovable, and we can't do that by building the stuff to the right. We have to invoke a sense of civic pride. We have to hold ourselves to a higher standard.
Greater Lafayette Commerce has named Michael Berger as its next president and CEO. Berger most recently served as founder and principal at advisory firm MB Works and was a co-founder of Matchbox Co-working Studio in Lafayette. TechPoint is launching a new cross-sector networking initiative aimed at bringing together top data officials from across the state to help solve problems and innovate within Indiana's tech economy. The CDO network will officially launch August 14th at the 16 Tech Innovation District in Indianapolis. This is Inside Indiana Business Radio.
We build Indiana. The Laborers International Union of North America builds and maintains roads, bridges, and other essential infrastructure that make us the crossroads of America. So thanks to LIUNA members' work, Hoosiers have a better quality of life, like access to utilities, easier routes to jobs, schools, or medical care, and deliveries keep moving. We build Indiana for good jobs and stronger communities. The Laborers International Union of North America. We are LIUNA.
Dr. Philip Lau, Purdue University's Presidential Scholar for Drug Discovery and the Ralph C. Corley Distinguished Professor of Chemistry in the College of Science, will deliver a commencement address at Purdue's 2 summer ceremonies. The events on August 9th at the Elliott Hall of Music will recognize 1,725 graduates. Lau, a member of IBJ Media's Indiana 250, has co-founded 7 companies based on his research and recently formed and funded the Lau Institute for Therapeutics to accelerate the commercialization of his laboratory's most promising discoveries. I'm Alex Brown.